Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you're looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, you've come to the right place.
We're opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day.
If you're new to breaking with us, keep watching and we'll show you exactly how it all works.
First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that you want to play. Most of our series will have 8 spots representing the 8 NFL divisions.
But other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, you have a 1 in 8 chance to win memorabilia at an awesome value. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune in to the next available Live Breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at 9 a.m., noon, 3 p.m., or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you'll see your name appear on the screen when your break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer, and the order will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that show's dice roll number. After randomization, the list of names of people who bought spots in that live break will be matched up with an NFL division. If the item that's pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations. You just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia at a fraction of the cost. Want to guarantee yourself an item instead of testing your luck? Check out the mystery box tab of our website for a variety of mystery box options. When you buy a mystery box, we'll ship it straight to your door, and some can be opened on air at your request. While you're there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Club Rewards program. This exclusive club earns you points towards specific discounts, signed items, and prizes each and every time you buy at UltimateAutographs.com. The moment you've been waiting for has come. Let's break some signed memorabilia.
Everybody's favorite way to kick off your first weekend morning of the brand new week. It's Chinmay and Rob with you guys here in the Ultimate Autographs live break room, coming to you live from a very dark and stormy location today. That's a sentence I think that
we're like in the bunker almost.
It kind of feels like that, especially once you step outside of our safe little corridor here. You get nothing but, as you were describing, water in the pipes. Thankfully, we do have good roofing and shingles here to keep us nice and warm and toasty. But outside, you know, if you are experiencing anything in the Midwest or any part of the country with storms this morning, again, you know, just make some quick coffee, make some breakfast, and watch you wait.
Yeah.
Great activity to do on a rainy day. I can't wait to get started, man. It's always so fun being able to be here with you on the Saturday morning. Speaking of, glad to see that you got here in one piece, but how's your week leading up to this so far, dude?
Very rainy. Right?
Yeah.
A lot of rain this week in the Chicagoland area, but eventually, you know, you will need, like, the rain is needed at some point, right? We had a pretty mild summer for most of the summer.
Yeah,
the rain is needed, and it'll come back around. You know, there'll be some sunny days. I know the Bears are getting preseason play going underway. Today. So hopefully the rain kind of tapers off before the start of that game for folks going out there. The Air and Water shows in Chicago today and tomorrow. So hopefully the rain doesn't interfere too much with that. But we've also got 2 pre-fills here. And I'm very excited to see what's going on in the break room this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, anytime that you can wake up with this, start with 5 boxes in the room. We're going to have a jersey single and then a quick toss quad. And I think that's going to be probably the biggest focal point for what we have. Most golden tickets, most headliners available from the series that we have available in the room. We have 6 of them things. We have some veterans and we have some rookies, not just playing in the break room, Chinmay, but also some series as well. The jerseys, double trouble, game day. Field of Dreams, which is now, I think both the Phillies and the Twins have evacuated the corn from the outfield of Iowa from a couple nights ago. Super fun game. And then we have the College Series 1 to go. We're going to get a little creative with that. And then, of course, the aforementioned quick toss. So, for anybody that is not familiar with how things go, here at Ultimate Autographs, there are 2 things that every show needs. No, it's not me and Chinmay, even though I think we would agree that we would be necessary.
A lot of people would agree with that.
I would certainly hope so. I mean, you don't get out of bed at the ass crack of dawn and watch Ultimate Autographs for just anybody. So I got to give ourselves a little pat on the back before we get started here. But of course, it is the dice roll. You got to roll a 6 through a 12. Why can't you do 1 through 5 or anything higher? I have no idea. These are just the rules. Chid Maher just here to enforce them. So the boys of the late night show, shout out to Hayden and Tim for getting us set up into the wee hours of Saturday here. What are you feeling on this Saturday morning, my man?
I'm rolling with 9 as always for 2026. So
yeah,
I'm going with 9.
Gonna keep the trend going. You always like to be stitious with that trend. Robbie always says 9 and feeling fine. I'm gonna rock with 9 as well. Not because I'm not creative and have to be a bandwagon, but you know me, it always has to be something Sox related. We put up a nice 9 spot last night at Comerica Park. So big series against the Tigers going on. So let's see what we get. All this talk about 9s, 5s will not work, like I mentioned. How about that?
Yeah, there you go.
How about that? A sign of a good omen to come. Again, anybody that wants to, reach out there, guess the dice roll, participate. Don't be shy out there. You can't make this up, man. 9 people tuning in right now on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram.
It's a day of 9s.
Want to just give a quick shout out. We got multiple people. We actually got Chris Payne, who just followed us. What's going on, Chris, from the Instagram side? Wad, GIF, Vinny, all sorts of people popping in. Again, if you want to comment on our main chat, you have to do that on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, which is how it would see it in the restream. Obviously, the same thing goes for Twitter and X as well. By the way, got to get into our Chase Wheel Spin. I'm just going to make it obvious out there. We're going to get, obviously, 32 names already in that bad boy because of this pre-fill. I'm going to do the quick toss. Like I said, most pre-fills, obviously, but headliners and boxes as well. So, gonna get ourselves into this false start number 6. That is already all queued up.
Yep.
One number for false start number 6. Now, typically, a false start on the football field is always a bad thing. I don't know how it could ever possibly be a good thing, if I'll be honest. But, Chime, that is going to be the name of our jersey series that we're rocking at 9 headliners, 21 boxes, and typically the jerseys, not always, but there is a lot of rookies that are in the room.
Yeah.
A lot of freshmen in the class. So Tony Burrell, Jesse Chapman, Ronnie Smith, Kathy Bienvenue, feel free to let me know, Kathy, how that's pronounced, and Mark Thomas with 4 spots in the break. Don't recognize a ton of the names. If you're wondering what the hell is a box number, why do I need to call that? You will see it eventually. down on the ticker right here. The numbers that are scrolling through, of course, correspond with one of the numbers for our boxes. If you see a number that you like and right on cue, it's scrolling right through down at the bottom of the ticker here. 2 through 4, 7, 8, 11 through 19, 21 through 26, and 28 and 29. If you do not call a box number, and probably a good solid minute or so within that time, because we do got to get rocking and rolling here, we'll go to the Chase Wheel Spin. That is going to randomly pick a number for you guys. So I'm going to do just a very, very quick look through at what headliner jerseys are left. And by the end of this, I'll end up going to the wheels. So stuff we're playing for here, man. Reggie Wayne, Jamar Chase, Lawrence Taylor. This has got to be my favorite, man. The St. Louis Rams Kurt Warner jersey.
Interesting.
Very cool retro there. LaShawn McCoy, George Pickens, Sam Darnold, Zay Flowers, and Kyron Williams, just to name a few. So I was an honest man. I am going to go to the wheel out of 30 and get ourselves started here. So let's see if we have, what are we going to start with? Looks like it might be it's going to be 21. So we're going to be rocking blackjack to get us going here. Do we got 21?
We do have 21.
Awesome. So other part of things here that y'all are about to see, of course, our dice roll is 9. This is why we end up doing the dice roll, folks. This is our list randomizer. So it's not like it's by the order of what your order number is. Thank you, my friend. Because if that was the case, the first person that always buys into this series would be the NFC North. The last person would get the AFC West, and that would be very easy to manipulate. So to avoid that, of course, we're going to randomize you guys the amount of times for what our dice roll is. And this is how things are going to play out. Ronnie Smith. Not Ronnie Sayer, but Ronnie Smith here in the break room with us. Good morning, Ronnie, in the NFC North. Tony Burrell, any relation to Pat, just in the NFC South. Jesse Chapman out in the NFC West. Kathy in the AFC West. Mark has the rest of the spots from the NFC East and the rest of the AFC. So it'd be nice to see if we can manifest a Kurt Warner here. That'd be a great way to start, but I think any headliner would do. Gorgeous looking jersey here. However, it is not going to be a headliner. This guy's a former multiple-time Pro Bowl running back. We are going to go in the NFC, but this time in the NFC East. You buy the most spots in a break, Chinmay. More times than not, it is going to work out in your favor. Mark Thomas is going to pick himself up a great running back in Otis Anderson. Otis Anderson, very, very cool right here. Going to get a nice PSA cert card to go along with it. So what a great start to the morning for Mark Thomas. Wakes up, probably still getting the eye boogers out of his eyeballs. And he's going to see a beautiful Otis Anderson here. You can always see everything here is certified at Ultimate Autographs, Mark. You get this mark right down at the bottom. If you do not see a QR code, which most of our items now have, it will come with the cert card. And if you're lucky, Chinmay, sometimes it comes with both. So very nice starts. There's the PSA as well. So Mr. Thomas, if you are out there, are the Giants possibly your favorite team? We get a large amount of Giants fans here in the break room. We get a lot of people that obviously tune in from the East Coast. Obviously, basically every coast, but Otis Anderson is a Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, two-time Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl MVP, had a great career. Really started off extremely well with the then St. Louis Cardinals before they moved on to Arizona, and then didn't have quite as great of a tenure with the Giants when you look at his numbers, but as Bob Boulay mentions, did win 2 Super Bowls and a Super Bowl MVP. Actually won the Super Bowl when he got traded to the Giants midway through that '86 season, and won the Super Bowl with the Giants after being traded from the Cardinals. So didn't play a ton of games that year, or didn't have a ton of attempts that year with the Giants, but still ends up with that Super Bowl ring. But that MVP, Super Bowl MVP season was pretty good.
Yeah, something that I could always tell the kids, the grandkids, being a Super Bowl MVP.
Hey, it's like Brian Scalabrine said, right? Like, people are gonna say like I only played 2 minutes now, but 20 years from now, I'm gonna tell them I was Finals MVP.
Yeah,
and I was averaging 30 points a game.
And again, for the younglings, all you got to do is show proof of dad in an NBA jersey, and it's like, oh, I'll believe anything you tell me. 4 numbers for the quick toss quad. Good morning to you, Bobby. As always, hope you're staying nice and dry out on the East Coast with us this morning. Speaking of East Coast, probably our longest tenured East Coast viewer in Mr. Boulay. So hopefully you're enjoying yourself on this Saturday morning, my man. Jenny Jen. I love the name. Jenny Jen, Reggie Hammond, Walter McCauley, Devin Shinley, and Chris Hove. Chris closed this out right before we got on air to make this our second pre-fill this morning. So with that quick toss quad that we got coming up here, a lot of great stuff that we have available for you guys here in the UA Live Break Room.
Yeah, there are some good items, at least that we know of. There are probably some better ones hiding in the sort of bonus section.
Yeah.
But Devin Hester, Earl Thomas, Makai Lemon, a rookie, obviously, who's expected to do big things with the Eagles.
Very nice.
There's names that you don't see all that often, like Devin Hester, Earl Thomas. We don't see all that often. Earl Thomas, and again, as a Packers fan, not a lot of love lost for Earl Thomas, but that Legion of Boom inscription on that helmet is pretty nice. And then obviously Makai Lemon, a rookie, not someone that you get a whole lot.
Yeah, and on retros too, right? The Hester and Lemon. Yeah. To make it even more rare. I think this is the second Makai Lemon I've seen. And speaking of the Seahawks, their first round pick made his break room debut on Tuesday night. Jadarian Price.
Okay. Yeah.
The last pick.
I believe Price is going to be a huge factor for the Seahawks.
Notre Dame.
Expected to be their starting running back. Yeah, he was the backup to Jeremiah Love.
Correct.
At Notre Dame, but still put up insane numbers.
How much pride do you think? Oh my goodness, what is his? Was it Marcus Freeman? Their head coach.
Yeah, Marcus Freeman.
Got to have a lot of pride to be the play caller on offense and see both of your running backs go in the first round. So,
yeah, he had sort of in a backup role, I guess, right? In a backup role, he was in 2024, 746 yards, 7 touchdowns, and then last year 674 yards, 11 touchdowns. But again, averaged 6 yards a carry. 6.1 yards per carry, basically, over those 2 seasons. So pretty good. Pretty good.
Might not have his name called the most, but definitely the most efficient. Yeah. So I'm not no detractions to my guy Jeremiah Love, who had a very, very impressive pro debut in the preseason the other night against the Las Vegas Raiders. So gonna toss y'all in the morning skillet here. Here we go. Gonna make our nice quad omelets. Don't know what the hell that tastes like, but I like to be very democratic, not necessarily my political views. That's another show for another time. But I'm talking about dishing out wins in the quad as best as we can here. When we have multiple contestants, I'd love nothing more than for everybody to pick up a win. Devin in the NFC North, Reggie NFC South and AFC South, Walter McCauley NFC West, Jenny Jen out in the AFC North, and Chris Hove, most spots, NFC East, AFC East, and AFC West. So I haven't heard anything, so we are going to get ourselves ready for 4 tosses on the wheel spin. We've only done 4 boxes, Chinmay, so let's see how many numbers we can land here on our first try. So gonna go to that good old number 1. By the way, up to 19 people. See, all you have to do is mention quad box, and everybody starts filing into the theater here. So, wake up right on cue. So thank you, Tay. Taylor has had an all day and night bender from the Cubs 3-0 shutout yesterday.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so he's been celebrating all night. Look at this from the. We'll go with number 3, by the way, to start. Do we have number 3?
Three is good.
Yeah, I'll just in case I'll write this down.
Yeah.
Number 3 for you. Very, very nice. Let's go for the wheel of 30. Let's see. We just had this number in the jerseys, but it's going to fall down to 20, actually. So 20.
20 is good.
So 3 and 20.
3
we are
and
2 for 2
good.
here. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. And good old Friday the 13th, but it is a Saturday, so that doesn't make sense.
13 is good.
13 as well. So 3, 13, 20.
Yeah.
And let's see, are we going to get the Wumbo number? He was number 1.
And 1 is good.
Yep, so 1, 3, 13, and 20, my friend.
Yep.
Awesome.
Those are all good. Morning, Rick. How's it going?
Good morning. Yeah, Mr.
And Taylor, how's it going?
Mr. Pickett from the Facebook side. Very, very nice. Good to see you, Rick. Now I can literally say that. I can squint and see your PFP there, my guy. He said my favorite combo. Good morning, guys, and all happy weekend. Look at that. Now, is that as good of a comment as when Rich comes in here and calls us Chin Rob? I don't know. But you know what? Very nice words from Rick this morning. And Taylor, speaking of nice words, not so nice, saying Tua looks like trash early. Did you happen to see the viral clip of Tua? There's I don't know if it's an assistant coach, but somebody on the coaching staff for Atlanta after a drive was, just trying to offer him a towel sitting on the bench. He completely dismissed him, didn't look his way.
I didn't see this.
Oh, and then, thank you.
That's 1 and 3.
Thank you. Yeah, and then good old Michael Penix, like Tua wasn't even turned to him, and Penix is looking to the coaching staff, like pointing at him, like who does this guy think he is? Thank you. He said, "My name is Tua Tagovailoa Turnover. You got to respect me." Hey, he's probably going to be the week 1 starter while Penix continues to rehab. So he probably got hit with the towel and ended up with a concussion. I'm not one to create theories like that, but sadly, with Tua's injury history. Seriously, though, one of the scariest moments I remember seeing in football, man, when he walked out for a drive and he couldn't even stand on his feet. So, could we possibly get Tua on the first Falcons item we've had here in the break room in the NFC South? So let's take a look. So again, also 9 golden tickets as well.
Yeah,
still remaining
stuff. And again, in this quick toss, if you win a replica helmet, automatically comes with $150 in UA store credit.
Well, by the size of box number 1 here.
Could be giving it away right now.
Could have been agreed. He's not the best producer in the business for nothing, folks. So could be a great build-up. And it will be a great build-up. The only question is, who is going to start off with our first helmet of the morning? Well, I can tell you what division we're going to. Ooh, I know this signature. One of the coolest signatures and nicknames in football history. Billy White Shoes Johnson. Billy White Shoes Johnson, of course, getting this nickname from his Houston Oilers days as one of the fastest and best kick and punt returners in NFL history. The King of the South, Reggie Hammond. What's going on, baby? possibly a Hammond, Illinois, or Hammond, Indiana resident, excuse me. A lot of Bears fans, speaking of controversial stuff, very divided on that. Kevin Warren came out and mentioned that in a press conference that, well, it looks like that's where the Bears are going to be heading to play their football a few years from now. So, but one thing that is official, Chinmay, Reggie starts off with a big win this morning.
Yeah, and he gets his store credit, so we'll write this up for Reggie and then send that store credit his way.
Very, very nice. Now, again, I am hoping, no offense to Mr. White Shoes here, but I'd love nothing more than to end up, he's going to stay on the table, but by the end of the show, I hope that he is a second table hit. So we're going to keep him out for right now. Billy Johnson on that rep right there. So very, very nice.
Yeah. So again, all rep helmets, doesn't matter where they are, whether they're headliners or not in this series, all rep helmets, we're giving $150 back to the winner in store credit.
Yeah. And just to show that once again, 17 authentics and 10 reps are going to be in this series. So again, congratulations to Reg to get ourselves kicked off here. Let's see what else we got. However, for those that are in the series playing for headliners, you are still alive and well. Which, by the way, I'm sure many of you have seen the brand new Tennessee Titans jerseys that they debuted. Very Oiler-esque. Man, those are clean with a capital C. Yeah. I mean, Clorox is jealous of how clean those things are. They might as well just have a nice sponsorship tag.
So on this Tua Tagovailoa point, as Rob opens box 3 here, I think it is interesting because he hasn't looked good, and he obviously has the injury history and concerns to go along with it. But Tua in 2023, so just 2 seasons ago, was the league leader in passing yards. So it's not like he hasn't been able to deliver when he is healthy. And if you look at the Falcons' skill players, Drake London, Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts.
Pretty damn good.
It's a pretty good trio right there. Yeah. So if he can stay healthy, I don't know if Michael Penix will win that job back, at least this season, if Tua can stay healthy, because he's known to put up good numbers. And the Falcons, their defense at the end of last year, proved that they can at least hang with teams. And that NFC South is not exactly sort of a top-heavy division.
Yeah, no doubt.
If I have to say so.
Yeah, having Tyreek and Jalen Waddle being able to stretch the field, they were able to connect on a lot of big plays. Will Kevin Stefanski match Mike McDaniel in his play calling? That is waiting to be seen. However, we're not going to have to wait much longer to give this guy another win here in the UA Live break room. We're starting off in the AFC South, and now we're taking ourselves, crazily enough, to the NFC South, because when I think of this player, and I think you'll agree with me on this, you don't think of him with this franchise. So we're going to go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on a beautiful authentic. This is LeGarrette Blount.
Ooh.
Little blunt force trauma, which was probably the name of probably half the fantasy teams in the football world about a decade ago. Even if you probably didn't have LeGarrette Blount, a former touchdown leader with the New England Patriots, with their last Super Bowl win that they had, was that back in 2017 or 2019 with LeGarrette Blount?
So I think LeGarrette won.
Or maybe it was the year they lost to the Eagles.
LeGarrette won all 3.
Yeah.
LeGarrette won all 3. He won the Super Bowl he won when they played the Seahawks. And then he won again when so he won with the Eagles, right? And then he won back to back. He won with the Patriots when they beat the Falcons, and then he won with the Eagles when they beat the Patriots.
Gotcha. So was he was the backup then to James White when they beat the
it was like a tandem with him and James White.
Basically what it's what would you say in the Patriots?
He still ran for more than 1,000 yards, and he had 18 touchdowns that year.
Yeah, the vulture. So
it wasn't like he was, wasn't like he was just sitting around.
So, basically, as a winner, which you contributed to, you could say he was in the right place at the right time, right? because being on Super Bowl teams does take a good amount of luck as well.
Sure.
Same thing could be said with Reggie Hammond so far.
He's crushing it right now.
He is batting 1,000. Reggie, if you continue to bat this well, the White Sox will be looking for somebody like you at the bottom of the order. Not after last night, though.
Yeah. Will there be someone else?
God, I hope so. Let's see what we got here. Well, again, the helmets just continue to pile up here, which is why this is such a cool series, guys. Highly recommend you getting into the quads anytime we have this many boxes left in a series. And this is going to be very, very cool. I believe this gentleman is a secondary headliner. You like running backs? We have even more running backs for you. And guess what? We have even more wins for this gentleman right here.
Wow.
3 for 3. Put him in the Break Room Hall of Fame. We're heading back down to the AFC South with arguably the greatest running back in Colts franchise history. Take a little bit of the edge off this morning, Mr. Hammond. Edgerrin James. Edgerrin James, who is an Indianapolis Colts Hall of Famer in his own right. I tell this story all the time. Why? Because I don't have a lot of other Edgerrin James facts.
An authentic?
Authentic.
Looks like an authentic, yep.
Authentic indeed. You can see the padding inside. Reggie probably doesn't care what the hell it is because he's just happy to collect all these wins. So obviously the year that they won the Super Bowl against the Chicago Bears in 06-07. Speaking of split backfields, they had Joseph Adai and Dominic Rhodes.
Yeah.
Edgerrin James signed a bag, especially for considering what was a bag back then for running backs with my Arizona Cardinals. Had a very good first year. He was a Pro Bowler in Arizona, but he just missed out on a year for a Super Bowl run. But he meant so much to the Colts organization that the late, great Jim Irsay got him a replica Super Bowl ring for his contribution. So there's probably got to be an asterisk on that ring in some regard.
We'll see.
But again, that's such a great gesture. Yeah. Shows how impactful he was. So
Reggie is going for sort of a non-traditional quad up here,
right?
Depending on what comes out of this last box. But I just want to highlight again the importance sometimes of getting multiple spots. Because if he had only gotten one spot, he potentially is missing out on two out of the 3 items that he won.
Awesome point.
So by getting multiple spots only increases your chances, especially in doubles and quads, right? In the single box, you can only win one item anyway. But doubles and quads, you get multiple spots, you increase your chances of having multiple items.
I will say this right now. There is a very, very specific gentleman who's alive in the headliners in the NFC South. So I'm just going to say this right now. I mean, we've gone AFC South, NFC South, AFC South.
We'll see.
So if the trend continues,
we'll see what happens.
Tim Brady is going to be in this box.
We'll see what happens.
So again, as much as I love LeGarrette Blount on a Buccaneers lid, I think there's another guy that probably going to top that by a little bit. So again, guys, continue to play in the breaks now, especially because a guy like Tom Brady, if you can't pick up what I'm putting down, is still left in there. Bo Jackson, Hester Lemon, Kyron Williams, Ward Moon. So many great names. And holy shit, I'm actually going to get nervous here. Clock back season. All right, so now again, back in the day of 2025, these were exclusive only to Speed Flexes.
Yeah, but we know that there's no Speed Flexes in this series.
Exactly. Now, is this saved for the crown jewel of this series? Is Reggie going to crap himself from having such a historic morning? Oh, you can't make it up. Oh my goodness. Reggie, 4 for 4 Hammond. I'm going to start calling him Wendy's Hammond because he is going to sweep the quad. And what a way to go out. Thomas Patrick Edward Brady. Can you believe it? Wow. He did the damn thing. Authentic helmet for the greatest player and quarterback in NFL history. What a way to close out a quad. Reggie. Woo! Where are you at, my friend?
He is not moved from whatever spot he was watching from.
Wow.
He's not going to move from there the rest of the day. This is how, you're going to go send, this is like he's going to go send people out to buy lottery tickets, buy all types of scratch-offs, place all your bets, but he's going to do it all from the same spot. That's your lucky spot, Reggie. Don't leave that spot.
Dude, that's insanity. Wow, way to go, Reg. That is unbelievable, dude. Way to go, my man. And you just mentioned it, right before the break happened. This is the importance of buying multiple break spots. I understand. You buy a quad, 432 is not, pocket change for a lot of people.
Sure.
But again, Reggie's a veteran of the break room. He understands. He's like, hey, I got multiple helmets, maybe multiple golden tickets that catch my eye. So why not? I'll buy at least 2 spots. There's 4 bites of the apple. Not only did Reggie get multiple bites of the apple, he swallowed He swallowed the apple with the core inside. And that's now buried at the bottom of his belly. So if you're just tuning in here at Ultimate Autographs, Rob and Chinmay, this is the Reggie Hammond table for all intents and purposes. Yep. So unbelievable. Reg usually is a chatty Cathy in the chat. If somebody has Reggie's contact info.
It's funny. Brady and Blunt, both on Bucks helmets. Wow. Brady won a Super Bowl with the Bucks, but they both won 2 Super Bowls together with
the Pats. Yeah. Wow. Both 2 different order numbers too. I just noticed that as well. For Reggie, who 510. Yeah, he was one of the first people that got this break. Decided to buy in a few minutes later to get that second and final spot, which is of course the NFC South. So Tom Brady off the table, but again, guys, that does not mean we are very far from done with this in terms of the importance. 9 golden tickets. We'll do a rundown, Chinmay and I as well.
Sure.
So, but I mean, again, guys, big round of applause. Rick is loving it. Unbelievable. Wow, the sweeper with a bang. Congratulations. Great hits for Reggie. Chris, you closed this out. Chris, do not fear, my friend. Hopefully I can get you some store credit back at the end of the show with the Chase wheel spin. So, awesome sportsmanship there, homie. Let's see what we got going on. So we got 6 to go in that double. Have not done a double during this show as of yet. 216 on that, 108 for that single. So after all of that's been said and done, it's very hard to believe if there's going to be any Southern Division hits left.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Could be Ricky Williams, right? Could be on a New Orleans staying in that second.
There is a golden tickets, right? In the NFC. Oh, that's AFC South.
AFC South,
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So speaking of, let's get into this. So we'll mix and match the golden tickets. We'll explain what that is as we go along. Between the quick toss and the game day, only series I believe that have golden tickets currently up. So, and again, we'll mix and match as this goes along. This is probably, at least to the naked eye, probably the most prominent division for helmets right now, folks. That's going to be the NFC North. Aiden Hutchinson, the Michigan man. Again, we have a lot of Michiganders that tune in here at UA, Lions fans as well. When you think of Michigan football, this is the first guy you got to think of. A kid through and through, born and raised. Played at Ann Arbor, now obviously plays in the great city of Detroit, Michigan. Now the face of the franchise. Now you could arguably say that a guy like Jahmyr Gibbs, maybe Jared Goff might quote unquote might be more known, have more talent, but he's getting paid like the face of the franchise. And when he's healthy, he's a top 5 edge rusher in the game of football. Big season for Detroit. They are one of the most expensive rosters in the NFL. They're looking to go from worst to first in the NFC North this year. Bo Jackson. Bo knows how to appear in our photoed headliners. We've been getting a whole lot of Bo Jackson. He actually was in that Field of Dreams series. That's still alive, by the way, guys. Still have 5 terrific headliners in that bad boy that we dropped on Tuesday night. Still 13 boxes left and available in that series. But Bo Jackson, one of the greatest athletes of all time. Super clean, authentic helmet for the Raiders. For Bo Jackson. Really good call out by Chinmay to open up the show with this here. Talking about this guy, Devin Hester, 23. Look, I will say this, and this really can kind of only pertain to people that grew up in the Chicagoland area. Hester was a guy during my childhood, and Chinmay's as well, who was probably, Brian Urlacher was the most well-known Bear on those teams, but you could argue that Devin Hester was the most popular player.
Yeah.
Super electrifying, the greatest kick returner, punt returner, let's just say special teams guy in NFL history. The guy was so damn good, Chinmay, that they eventually, after his retirement, had to really twist and turn some of the kick return and punt return rules because of his impact that he had on the game of football. So
now, again, and if you're, the Bears growing up in that time, if you're a Bears fan growing up in that time, you have the defense. And that was pretty much it. The Bears have famously never had a 4,000-yard passer quarterback. So you could tell what the quarterback situation was. The receivers, while notable names, were nothing special. And same with the running back situation. So if you're a Bears fan, where do you get the excitement from? the defense with Brian Urlacher, Lance Briggs, Charles Tillman, and a long list of names. And Devin Hester on kick returns and punt returns because that was the only way they were going to score points, it felt like.
Bears have only made one Super Bowl since, of course, winning it famously in '85. The most exciting play was from him.
Yeah, first play of the game.
I'm just saying, with no disrespect, and again, you and I have grown up, especially a lot of people talking about that '06 Super Bowl. Do you ever hear any Bears fan talk about any other player from that Super Bowl outside of the kick return? No, because after that, it was
just bad after that. The Bears were up, 14-0? Yeah, they were up 14-0 because they did score in the next possession that they got. So the Bears got off to a great start, and then everything unraveled.
Then Peyton Manning happened. So, but Devin Hester on a beautiful retro as well. Really cool look there for the Bears. Now, awesome inscription here. Legion of Boom on that great neon green for Earl Thomas. Legion of Boom, man. Not just one of the best defenses of all time that lasted a few seasons, the Pete Carroll-led defensive core, but just some of the most eccentric personalities.
For sure.
Earl Thomas. Now, you'll hear, of Richard Sherman.
Earl Thomas might have been the most sane out of all.
Not only the most sane, but he was really the glue guy.
Yeah.
For maybe, when everybody, on that insane asylum on defense, he was probably, the guy who was not flying over the cuckoo's nest on defense. And I mean that affectionately, of course, but Bobby Wagner, Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor, so many elite level names. Yeah, so many great players, great personalities, but Earl Thomas was at the heart of that.
Yeah.
What was it? Was it a leg injury that he suffered that kind of derailed his prime a little bit?
Yeah, it was a knee injury, I believe.
I just remember him getting carted off. I watched that game live. Super sad stuff. But this guy, I'd love to look up the value if we can find that authentic lid to see if we can find a Legion of Boom inscription. Keep in mind, folks, anytime that you get an inscription on any item, it is only going to multiply that value times a whole lot. So Chinmay is on the case.
So I see, again, eBay is not the most reliable in terms of price point because of the way they work with kind of pricing and stuff. But I'm seeing on Radke, I'm seeing a Ravens lid, which does not have the sort of Legion of Boom signature because it's a Ravens hit, obviously. That is running for about $550.
Okay.
And that's with no inscription. And it's a Ravens lid. I'm seeing sort of a Premier Collectibles autographed Earl Thomas with a Legion of Boom inscription. That's the neon green Seahawks helmet with the blue ink, so the opposite of this helmet. And that's going for anywhere between $600 to $750.
Okay.
So I would probably say $625, $650 is probably a good price range.
Yeah.
For this helmet. That's about what I would guess.
Yeah, if you go next door, this is a great reason to get into a double up for this series, guys, because you can
double ups actually.
Yeah, a lot of them across the board for that NFC West. We got this beautiful retro Kyren Williams authentic, my mortal enemy, but you got to respect this kid's talent. Speaking of, we were talking about Notre Dame running backs coming into the show, talking about Jadarian Price. This guy, arguably the most notable Notre Dame player to go college to pros, maybe of this decade so far. Certainly one of the most accomplished. Kyren Williams, 1,300 rushing yard campaign last year for the LA Rams. A heavy favorite to come out of the NFC this year. We'll see what he is as. Really crazy to say a 1,300 yard rusher is really probably the number 3 offensive player in that offense, not including Matthew Stafford, but in terms of skill position.
And we'll see how much run Kyren Williams actually gets. Blake Corum emerged late last year.
Really came on
sort
strong,
of the secondary running back. So we'll see how much run Kyren Williams gets. But again, one of the most, consistent producers, guy who was signing things in the UA break room a few weeks ago.
I don't remember.
So Kyren is a notable UA guy. And again, listing off the double ups, right? We're 6 to go in that double box.
Yeah.
You could potentially triple up in the NFC North with Aiden Hutchinson, Randy Moss, and Devin Hester. You got a double up in the NFC West with Earl Thomas and Kyren Williams. You have a double up in the AFC West with Bo Jackson and Warren Moon on this Rave Chiefs authentic helmet. And then you have a different sort of double up In the NFC East, you got Mekhi Lemon and those 3 golden tickets that you can win. And depending on what Darrelle Revis and Ricky Williams are on, that could be a double up in the AFC East. So what? That's what, five potential double ups right there, and
Crazy.
That's just among the headliners. We saw, LeGarrette Blount was a hidden gem double up.
Yeah.
The Billy White Shoes Johnson with
Edger and
James doubled up. So doesn't necessarily have to double up headliner and headliner, but plenty of opportunities there to double up in that quick toss double.
No, man, a kick-ass point again. 5 separate double-up possibilities. And keep this in mind, even though just about everything that we have mentioned here are all authentics in the photo headliners, you get 150 in store credit.
If you pull a rep,
Correct.
$150 in store credit back, which Reggie Hammond is part of his quad. This Billy Johnson was a rep Oilers helmet, so he did get $150 in store credit back for that.
Maybe we might find some time in the show, but I would love to get an approximation of the value
we
that
can
Reggie
do
got.
that.
So
we can do that.
The quads for what he paid for, he got 2 of them, so it's going to come to about $864 for the total value of the 2 quads.
So the Brady authentic alone, we can look at about 3,000, right?
Yeah.
We can say that as an estimate pretty safely.
Crazy to say that you win 3 lids in store credit, and that's pretty much gravy, considering what you get right for the Brady. So again, just kind of looking through the rest of this really quick, guys. A couple of the other noticeable lids, and by the way, you are going to start seeing this a whole lot more once we inch closer and closer and closer to football season here. What are we, about 3 weeks away? If that now?
Yeah, we're
from opening kickoff.
It'll be 2 weeks away from college football, week 0. That'll be 2 weeks away.
Good old non-conference.
And then football, the NFL actually starts not the following weekend, but the week after that. So the NFL is still about a month away.
Yeah.
We still have, I would say like it's not technically a month. It's more like, I would say 3.5 weeks, because the first game is on a Wednesday for the first time in NFL history. We're playing on a Wednesday. So 3.5 weeks for the NFL, but 2 weeks for college for week 0. And I'm very excited for college football. We do have a college series, which I'm sure you'll talk about.
Yeah, definitely.
This Billy White Shoes Johnson helmet
For a rep. Yeah.
For a rep. Yeah. Like I can't actually find like a great price point on this.
It's honestly a good thing to hear for Reggie if he's looking to repurpose it because of the rarity.
Yeah. Like it's just super rare. There's just no great price point that I can find on this, because this Radke one has a bunch of inscriptions on it. This one does not. So
the white shoes part of it, though, for his nickname, is honestly a very cool part.
As a safe guess range, I would probably say 250.
Yeah.
As a safe guess.
Yeah. I will say, though, now, if you have some people that... Now, there's a lot of different ways that you can look at collectibles, right? There are a lot of people here that like to collect lids and items from every single team. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the Oilers have been a defunct franchise for a long time. But, Billy White Shoes Johnson, Warren Moon, Earl Campbell, probably the most prominent Oilers names that we get. But again, players from yesteryear, there's a lot of collectors that would probably maybe overpay a little bit to add something like that into their collections because of the rarity of it. Mekhi Lemon, haven't seen him a whole lot on items yet. This is actually the second Mekhi Lemon I have seen. This retro is absolutely gorgeous here in the UA Live break room. Great Kelly Green signature as well, Chinmay.
We'll Google that touchdown dance at some point.
White shoes touchdown dance.
We'll Google that at some point. So the LeGarrette Blount, I'm seeing around again like 500, I would say, like 540 at Radke, but that's on an Eagles lid. Okay. So maybe the Bucks lid, maybe a little less. So maybe I would say maybe like 450, 500, somewhere between there.
Okay.
And then Edger and James, obviously on the Colts, that's gonna be a nice price point.
Yeah. So between the Johnson and the Blount, between 650 and 700 combined, somewhere in that price range.
And the Edger and James, it's around, I would say around 750, 800 is a good is a good number.
So between 1450 and about 1500 for those three. You throw in the Brady, obviously.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about anywhere between 45 to 5,000. So
plus he got the store credit back too on the 150. So
rich get richer.
Yeah. So his 2 orders were technically like 1 3/4 orders almost.
That'll play. That will definitely play. So will Makai Lemon. He's going to be playing for A.J. Brown. Devontae Smith on paper will elevate himself to wide receiver number 1 status. And this guy, he's going to be, I want to kind of bring in this angle with you as we go along here. Speaking of fantasy, obviously the NFL starting back up. Fantasy football is not too far around the corner. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it'll be interesting. I was doing a few mock drafts for the first time yesterday. This guy probably projected to go in the 4th, 5th, 6th round of a lot of fantasy people on their board. So what kind of rapport will he develop with Jalen Hurts? Obviously used as a first-round draft selection this year for the Eagles. So we'll see how he translates in the city of brotherly love.
The Eagles are hoping. It's so funny because and I think Makai Lemon's going to be a good player. I think he may take some time with the Eagles. Again, their new offensive coordinator. They got a lot of criticism last year for not throwing the ball as much as they maybe should have. But the Titans traded A.J. Brown to the Eagles and then drafted a receiver in the 1st round, Treylon Burks, who obviously did not work out well with Tennessee. The Eagles have now traded A.J. Brown and taken a receiver in the 1st round in Makai Lemon. And they are hoping that it works out much differently than it did for the Titans.
Well, one thing we know about Makai Lemon, he can improve on probably some of his combine interviews.
Sure.
That is without a doubt. But as long as Nick Sirianni keeps books away from him on the bench, I'm sure that will not be an issue going forward. But again, he's a big play guy, ton of athleticism, a lot of speed. Hopefully the Eagles this year, knock on wood for Eagles fans, they can actually throw the ball downfield.
That's gonna be the thing to see, right?
Yeah.
That was probably the main criticism of Kevin Patullo last year was you have these great receivers and you have a guy in Jalen Hurts who can throw the ball down the field. You gotta push that ball down the field and make your offense more dynamic. And for some reason, like they were winning games not doing that.
Very conservatively.
Yeah, but I think it was a little too conservative for a lot of it was really very conservative for Eagles fans for sure. But even like as a guy with fantasy investment in a lot of Eagles players, like it was a little conservative for me too. And I understand. Like,
very frustrating to watch.
Win football game. I was winning fantasy matchups too. Don't worry about it. But it can be frustrating knowing that you have the capability to be this explosive offense and then still kind of withdrawing into that shell.
Yeah, 100%. And, a great point here before we get into the last couple of headliners. I like the way that Rick phrased this in the chat, guys, saying that safely you got a 500% return on an investment. Yeah. No matter what area or line of work you're in, Chinmay, if somebody told you got earned 500% back on an investment, I think you'll take that every day of the week.
I need that. I need that type of return on investment at the gym.
Yeah,
I want to do one bench press and get 5 times bigger on just one press.
Yeah, you walk out and be like, wow, this pre-workout's really doing its job today. Wow, got to start recommending this to some of my buddies. Not too shabby. Brady alone pushed him over 300%. So again, we'll round back to that. Hopefully Reggie is awake with us this morning. I'm assuming because Chris closed it out and got 3 spots. I don't know what time Reggie bought those spots. You'll be able to see that over there. But I'm wondering if he bought that very early this morning or late last night, and then it finally broke with us this morning. So Warren Moon on this beautiful rave. This is a beautiful looking color, folks. We do not have a whole lot of raves left in inventory, not because we don't love them. But again, everything kind of turns with the time. For example, the retros have been very, very popular. The rivalries, you guys are going to see a lot of new rivalries once the new NFL season starts. And of course, Rydell starts debuting them. Beautiful crisp red signature, Hall of Fame quarterback. Really cool stuff. You heard Chinmay mention this doubles up with Bo Jackson.
We are 4 to go in that double now.
Wonderful. Darrelle Revis and Ricky Williams. So hopefully by the next time we're done with this rundown, hopefully even before then, we will get our first double out of the way here in this quick toss. Again, you get yourself into the quick toss, folks. Not only do you have a chance to win 2 boxes in that double, but you get 2 entries as well. If you buy, just 1 spot in that double for the chase wheel spin at the end of the show.
Yeah.
This I'm going to say, and I never use this word very often when I talk about our amazing customers here at UA. I am a little disappointed from this game day multi-sport mixer. First of all, it's a multi-sport mixer. Super, super cool. I think I would say it's definitely our favorite type of break we get here in the break room. More sports, more names, more fun. And we got some big-time ballers here in the break room. Look, I completely understand. Yesterday at noon, I was talking to Chinmay about this coming into the show. Look, Patrick Mahomes is gone. I get it. You can have Kleenex, use the Kleenex, wipe your tears. But still, we have 26 amazing other items, guys, for under $100 price point to get in. 6 to go in the quad, 7 to go in the single.
Think of it as like similar to a practice squad type of mixer. But that Ryan Braun jersey, I don't know if I've ever seen a Ryan Braun jersey.
I haven't. No,
I can't remember a Ryan Braun.
San Diego's finest, yeah.
Erling Haaland just had a huge World Cup with Norway.
Not bad.
He's probably going to end his career if he stays with Manchester City. He's probably going to end his career as the all-time leading goal scorer and in Premier League history. So get Erling Haaland now, because by the time he retires, if he's going to continue on the trajectory that he's on, he's going to be one of the probably 10 best soccer players of all time.
And what, the 25-year-old? I think he's 24, 25.
Yeah,
Haaland.
24, I think.
So somewhere in that range. And like you said, for his World Cup debut, what do we got?
26. So
26.
he's a little bit older than what we thought.
So for Haaland, beautiful sky blue jersey again for Man City. One of the most popular names on the planet for sports.
But
figures.
he's only played 4 seasons in the Premier League. Mm-hmm. He already has 112 Premier League goals.
I'm assuming that's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Again, and I will go on a limb and say this. And again, I'm not going to say I talk out of my ass when it comes to football, but my soccer knowledge, it looks a lot better when I'm working with Chinmay. That's all I'm going to say. But Messi, Ronaldo, Mbappe, probably the biggest, most iconic names going into that World Cup tournament. But Haaland, in terms of making an impact, he's got to be up there towards the top.
For context, he's already 25th in all-time Premier League goals.
Shit.
If he adds another 20 or so goals, which he's been adding every season for Man City, he's got at least 25, I believe, in every season. But let's conservatively estimate 20 goals. Mm-hmm. If he gets 20 more goals, he will jump to 16th all-time.
Sheesh. That's pretty crazy.
If you add another 20 after that, so 40 more goals, he would jump to 11th all time. So if he plays 2 more seasons at the current pace that he's in, he would already be on the cusp of the top 10 in Premier League goals all time.
He's like you said on the pace that he's at. He's averaging 30 over his first 4 seasons. So again, he's
already got, in terms of like goals per game, goals per appearance, he's already number 1.
That's crazy, bro. That is nasty. So, you know who was also nasty back in the day? A guy that you can double up with Erling Haaland with that divisional spot. Tony Gonzalez, for my opinion, and again, all opinions are subjective here. I see us getting a few orders. Don't yell at me in the chat. Be respectful. This is the best tight end in NFL history. You can argue, peaks are better for other tight ends, and that's a conversation I'm totally listening to. But if we talk about a full body of work, now look, I look at resumes kind of like a fine wine. There are some sips of wine that you can take that you can be like, wow, this is the best wine I've ever had. But you judge a wine not by a sip and a sample. You judge it by its full body of work from the first pour down to the last pour. And Tony Gonzalez, like his career, aged like a fine wine. Great replica helmet here, and again, that doubles up with the great Erling Haaland. Roger Craig standard speed flex, and this is very rare that we get for Roger, not just on a speed flex, Chinmay, but a 3-time Super Bowl champion inscribed on that as well.
New Hall of Famer.
Exactly, new Hall of Famer as well. So kind of like what we saw with the Drew Brees retro a few weeks ago, might be inscribing HOF 26 going forward, which obviously is going to skyrocket the already great value of Roger Craig.
One of the better Hall of Fame knocks videos for Roger Craig.
Yeah. No, exactly. Those were some incredible speeches.
Yeah.
Really impactful weekend. What was that? Last weekend in Canton?
Yeah, last weekend.
So very, very cool stuff. Speaking of making an impact, do not step in a ring with this guy ever, and make sure that your ears are not anywhere close.
Don't walk into a hotel room with Mike Tyson.
I was gonna say, don't go anywhere near his former Tiger now that he used to have. So Mike Tyson, one of the most impactful, influential, and recognizable figures in boxing history, of course. Very, very awesome. Everlast signed boxing glove right here, right now with Mike Tyson. Again, Mike Tyson is one of those folks where, and again, rest in peace to my, my late great mom. She was somebody that really was not turned on to sports whatsoever. Couldn't give a rat's ass. But the two people she recognized the most, Michael Jordan and Mike Tyson. Yeah. Somebody that you never really had to watch all that much, but those two people made my mom forced to basically watch them, in their prime. So that is how influential Mike Tyson is.
There's a lot of great sports quotes out there. One of my favorites is Mike Tyson's sports quotes. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the
face. Yeah, punched in the mouth. Excuse me. Yeah.
Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
That's a nice life motto to live by here. But Bob, I didn't. I don't know if you knew that.
I knew that. See that? He did announce that diagnosis. Yeah.
I did not see that. Man, that is incredibly sad. So I mean, I feel like I might be forgetting somebody else, but between the Chris Johnson news and that, some really unfortunate stuff in the football world. Rick's saying, imagine if Tony had Mahomes his whole career. Chiefs had a talent at the tight end position with Travis Kelce and Tony Gonzalez. Yeah. So Tony, obviously, certainly, the era right before.
Yeah, and Tony had some good quarterbacks, right? Trent Green in his earlier days. I think he played a few seasons with Alex Smith, if I'm not mistaken. Matt Ryan with the Falcons. Matt Castle had a few good years with Kansas City. So Tony had some good obviously not at the Mahomes level of quarterbacks, of course.
Still a good quarterback.
But yeah, I would say those are the two. Like if you had to name like the top two tight ends of all, like those are the two guys: Tony Gonzalez, Travis Kelce, probably in the top two. Antonio Gates, a guy who we have in the break room as well. Antonio Gates up there, probably rounding out that top three in terms of tight ends all time.
Yeah, Chiefs Kingdom, very blessed with his tight end position, and any major league organization that either had this gentleman as a manager or as a catcher, there's not a coincidence that a lot of great managers and coaches, Chinmay, were catchers in their playing day.
Yeah.
The Field Generals, Joe Girardi, former World Series champion manager with the 2009 New York Yankees. We actually had last weekend a David Cohn and Joe Girardi co-signed Perfect Game Baseball. Joe Girardi, this being on a batting helmet with the Chicago Cubs, actually doubles up with another Chicago Cub with Anthony Rizzo, a name we do not get a whole lot here in the break room. Hopefully we get Tony Taters a whole lot more. Look, I'm not somebody that necessarily gets my Johnson up for Chicago Cubs memorabilia. I'll be the first person to say that out loud, but game respects game. A guy who clearly was the heartbeat and soul of the 2016 World Champion Chicago Cubs. The guy is so damn popular, folks. This guy has one of the most popular bars and restaurants in the Chicagoland area. Rizzo's, a very popular bar that is in Wrigleyville. Hopefully it's still up and well. That is going there at Rizzo's. Used to go there all the time. One crazy fun fact that nobody's going to give a shit about. Met my fiance at Rizzo's.
Okay.
As a matter of fact. So don't remember much from that day. But I do remember that I met her at Rizzo's, which is what the important part is. So that is a Cubs double up right there. Girardi currently does color commentary on the Yes Network. Yeah, he was on MLB Network for a little bit, but Yes Network, obviously, most players, coaches, they tend to, after their player or coaching career, Chinmay, if they end up doing, color commentary or TV, you kind of understand, like, oh yeah, Girardi, kind of remember him more as a Yankee, of course.
Yeah, and well, he won all his World Series with the Yankees.
Correct. So very, very cool to hear that. Bo Jackson, we're seeing Bo all over the place. Authentic helmet that we just talked about earlier in that coin toss. And on a baseball bat here. Now, if we had Bo in the break room doing this live break with us, I would be willing to bet that he would try to break this over his knee, even at his ripe age of probably in his 60s now, Bo Jackson. Again, we'll probably get some official confirmation on that in a second. But
yeah, 63.
63. There you go. So Bo Jackson, though, baseball player, football player, an iconic player of the game. Chinmay alluded to this guy when we opened up this great game day series. I'm going to drop this link for you folks in the chat. Really want to see this get some traction, guys. Only $80 to get into this break. Ryan Braun. Now, Ryan Braun, I believe this upcoming year, or maybe it was this past year, to get himself on the Hall of Fame ballot. I'm pretty sure it's going to be 2027, but I could be wrong when he gets eligible for the ballot. Look, I'll be candid. I don't think Ryan Braun's going to get into the Hall of Fame. Was he a Hall of Fame talent? Yes. Did he get a little help on the side from that? Also, yes. But again, you cannot deny the unbelievable talent. I would say now the Brewers did make a World Series appearance in the 80s, Chinmay. But for our childhood, for our adolescence, growing up, especially against the Cubs, obviously, him and Prince Fielder, one of the more iconic 3-4 tandems in the batting order. He probably played for some of the best iterations of Brewers baseball in their franchise history.
Yeah, so you must be retired for 5 full calendar years.
Yeah.
So I think he would be eligible starting next year.
When did he see? That's kind of the crazy thing, though, right?
Let's see. Maybe he was eligible last year, or this coming year.
Well, that's the thing, though, right? Is because like there's a difference between not playing anymore and officially retiring.
He did officially retire in 2021.
Okay, yeah, so should have been this year then, right? If you go 5 full years, because this was the 2026.
I don't see him on the list of eligibles for 2027.
Okay, so it probably was. Oh, is that like the entire list or the new inductees?
I have no idea. It just says eligibles.
Eligibles. Interesting. Okay, so he's probably, if I had to guess, he was a first-time person on the ballot this year. Maybe if you just look up 2026 Hall of Fame ballot results, that'll probably be what it is. Gotta go for a while. Don't forget to look up White Shoes touchdown dance. Makes the Grady look boring. See ya.
Oh. Did not meet the 5% threshold.
No shit.
Did not meet the 5% threshold to stay on the ballot.
What did he get?
So he was on the ballot, 3.5%. Yep.
Wow.
15 votes.
Wow. Now, look, I think we could all agree we knew Braun would not be in the Hall of Fame, but this guy, man, him and Prince were the face of Brewers baseball for probably a decade.
Well, he was a league MVP.
2011.
Yeah.
Beat out Matt Kemp. Very controversial. A lot of people thought Kemp should have won that award. But Braun, man, as a hitter, was so phenomenal. Very good left fielder when he came up, too. Was a third baseman, corner outfielder at San Diego. So, Cam Scatterbo. You want to talk about a guy who is going to be an absolute fan favorite for the Giants if he isn't already, Chinmay?
Oh, yeah.
This guy's just got to be a little bit more cautious, man. He doesn't have to bull rush up the middle every single time. Just, stay on your feet. I'm going to have a futures bet for the Giants to not only make the playoffs, but to be in first place in the NFC East.
Okay.
I'm incredibly high. That's my hot take for them to win the NFC East. It's kind of a scorching hot take. Look, I just believe in the culture that Harbaugh is going to create. I think that they have a very dynamic offense. If you don't believe in Jackson Dart all that much, you're probably not going to agree with me, but him, Malik Neighbors, Dart, they added some veteran wide receivers as well. Their offensive line has kind of been in flux. But I think that the top end, if everything goes right, Chinmay, I think Cam Scatterbo could be so good this year he could flirt with the Pro Bowl. I think he's that good.
Absolutely. He's one of those guys, right? Like him and Blake Corum are the two guys that the physical stature might not be as intimidating as you would think for a football running back. Like it's not Derrick Henry or even Saquon Barkley or like a bigger, like more power back.
Yeah.
But try bringing down Cam Scatterbo and you'll find out. The Texas Longhorns found out very quickly in that CFP game against Arizona State.
Yeah.
So this is a guy who is going to make defenders work a lot to bring him down. Now, if he can quit with the off-field antics and some of the, crazy stuff, then that seems to be a trend in the Giants offense in general.
Yeah.
So they can quit it with the outside stuff and just focus on playing football. They'll be a very good team.
Yeah,
and maybe that's why they need a guy like John Harbaugh.
Exactly. Having an adult in the room hopefully helps with that. Kurt Schilling and Jeremy Roenick, also some all-time great personalities in the game of football. So real quick, talking about some potential double or even triple ups in this series, but Chinmay will touch upon that with you guys in a second.
You got Holland, yeah. So Holland and Tony Gonzalez would be the double up there with Manchester City and the Atlanta Falcons. We know what we don't know what Kurt Schilling is on. If Kurt Schilling is on a Diamondbacks item, that would be a triple up potentially, depending on what Kurt Schilling is on. I don't see a Red Sox or a Phillies division spot, so that would be a triple up actually. Holland, Tony Gonzalez, and Kurt Schilling would be a triple up there in that particular division. Let's see. Roger Craig would be a 49ers hit. The Girardi is a Cubs hit, but Anthony Rizzo is a Yankees. So Craig and Rizzo would be double up there because Rizzo is on a Yankees bat. Mike Tyson, that would be a boxing hit. There's no Jets or White Sox among the headliners, at least, that we know of. Girardi, we mentioned on the Cubs. The Cubs would be with the Chiefs, A&M, and Blackhawks. Don't see any of those in the listed headliners section, but could be some hidden gems there. Bo Jackson would be a Royals hit. Don't see Ohio State or the Giants on there. Scatabo might be that's an Arizona State hit. So Scatabo will be Arizona State, even though he's currently on the Giants. The memorabilia is an Arizona State memorabilia item, so it would be on the Arizona State division, not the Giants division. Jeremy Roenick, I don't see a Flyers division for Jeremy Roenick. So that would be a Blackhawks item. So he would double up with the Cubs. So he would double up with Girardi. So Girardi and Roenick would double up there. And then the divisions for the golden tickets. So Division 2 and Division 3 would have golden tickets, which means that Scatabo would double up actually with one of the 3 golden ticket packages. And then Ryan Braun would double up with the other 3 golden ticket packages. And Bo Jackson, again, I know there's a Raiders division, but Bo Jackson, because it's on a baseball bat, it would be a Kansas City Royals hit. Take a look. Yep, it would be a Royals hit, played more games with the Royals than he did with the Chicago White Sox. So those are your double ups there in that game day mixer. Again, Roger Craig with the inscription, that 3-time Super Bowl champion inscription, got the Hall of Fame lid as well. But there is a triple up there with Erling Haaland, Curt Schilling, and Tony Gonzalez. At least that's what we believe. Curt Schilling would be on a Diamondbacks lid because I do not see any other divisions for Curt Schilling that he would be on. I do not see a Red Sox division, do not see a Phillies division, do not see an Astros division, do not see an Orioles division. So Curt Schilling would be a Diamondbacks hit, and that would be a triple up there for the game day series in that division with Manchester City, the Atlanta Falcons, and the Arizona Diamondbacks. We are 3 to go in that quick toss double. Again, the quick toss, we had a quad that Brady was broken into in that quad. Edgerrin James broken into in that quad, but still plenty of double up opportunities there in that quick toss. 3 to go in that double, and of course, you get to be part of the Chase Wheel Spin 1 to 100 gift card amount at the end of the show for a top spot draw from that quick toss. So get in that double up on some helmets and put yourself in a spot for the wheel spin. Again, in that quick toss, if you pull a rep helmet and you win a rep helmet, you automatically receive $150 back in UA store credit. Best breaks at the top of that page, and there's a reason those are highlighted there. Those golden tickets. We haven't talked about what those golden tickets can get you into. They get you into what we like to call here at Ultimate Autographs the locker. I'm going to drop a link in the chat here for the locker. Those golden tickets get you access to the locker. If you see something cool in that locker, you don't have to worry about the breaks. You don't have to worry about your division. You don't have to worry about getting randomized. You don't have to worry about calling the right box. You just see a cool item in there. And you have the amount of golden tickets. You just go get it, and that's it. And once it's claimed, it'll be shipped directly to you, and then something else will be put in that locker. There's a really nice Jordan Love item in there.
Still there?
There's a really nice Sterling Sharp item in there. Some good Packers lids. There's
starting to notice a pattern.
Couple Mahomes items in there. I do not see a replenished Michael Jordan item, so we may be out of Michael Jordan memorabilia for the time being. But there is some other great stuff there ahead of football season. So get in the locker, get those golden tickets. The only way to get those golden tickets, though, got to be in that quick toss or game day series.
I like how you said right before football season, because, I mean, if you really want something to scratch that itch, which, by the way, thanks for stepping up and filling in there for a second, help me out big time. But if you want to help yourself out big time, right, I've seen a couple of people the last number of days that I've been here, not only just asking about golden tickets, but what's the importance of having golden tickets. And you covered it really, really well. And again, it's very easy to join.
I think the best example of sort of why we say, like, before football, obviously, you know, during football season, you start to see how players perform. Things can get kind of crazy, and you want to get access to some of these players. The best example of why you get in now before football season sort of gets underway in earnest is Sam Darnold. We had a lot of Sam Darnold, not a lot, I would say. You had a decent amount of Sam Darnold memorabilia last season with the Seahawks.
Yep.
He was coming off that huge year with the Vikings, but it was only one season really for Sam Darnold in his career that we talked about as being sort of a high profile season for Sam Darnold, right?
Yep.
He was not a star quarterback before that, and I would argue that he's probably not even really considered a star quarterback currently with the Seattle Seahawks. But Sam Darnold at the beginning of last year in the offseason, that helmet for the Seahawks probably was going for around, probably retailing around $450, $500, something like that. Sam Darnold leads the Seahawks to the Super Bowl. He doesn't win Super Bowl MVP. He probably had a case to win Super Bowl MVP, but doesn't win Super Bowl MVP, but he's a Super Bowl champion now. Seahawks are among the contenders to go back to the Super Bowl. Sam Darnold memorabilia right now, I would be very surprised if you would get it for under four figures.
Yeah.
Very surprised. And that just tells you how in one offseason and one season, everything can change. So a guy like Cam Scatterbo, a guy like even Kyron Williams, a guy like Makai Lemon, get in now before that item gets sort of saturated with everyone wanting to get a Makai Lemon or a Kyron Williams or a Cam Scatterbo.
No, man, you articulated that perfectly. I remember that whole conversation we've had, and we've had it for months now, which, by the way, this beautiful Sam Darnold, before he was a Super Bowl champion, before he was tossing 4,000-yard seasons back-to-back in Minnesota in his first year in Seattle, got his day started third overall pick with the USC Trojans. You can get this in the double trouble. I'll go through this quickly, but just to go on that final point, I remember we started talking about that months ago because we had a Sam Darnold, a rivalry speed flex in the room. Looked up that value, is going between $1,200 to $1,300. And again, that kind of started the conversation of, this time last year, really, Sam Darnold speed flexes were going for the low to mid 800s. Yeah. So we're talking about, a couple extra $100 of value. I mean, that's a huge, huge jump in 1 year. Usually you have to wait year upon year for that type of accumulation. But speaking in the Seahawks world, right, I talked to you about Jadarian Price making his break room debut in our Hurry Up series on Tuesday with Common and I. Very rare do we have Jadarian Price, and I looked it up. I was actually able to find it was a 2026 first-round pick inscription, too. Dude, that was going for $1,200.
Wow.
And he hasn't played it down at football yet professionally. So it's pretty incredible to capitalize on that. So I see that we've had a couple orders sprinkling it. I know we are close.
We are 3 to go. We are still 3 to go in that quick toss double. We're still 3 to go in that quick toss double. And then we've got we're actually 2 to go in that Field of Dreams mixer.
Very nice.
Which you haven't gotten to yet. You were talking about that double trouble. I do want to highlight the website says 12 boxes. It's actually 6 boxes. Each box has 2 items in it. So you would get the Darnold jersey and something else hidden in that box that we don't know about.
For $54.
So it does say 12 boxes on the website. It's actually 6 boxes.
Yeah.
So the ratio is not 3 out of 12, it's 3 out of 6. There's 6 other items in those boxes that we have to sort of delineate in some way. And so we're doing it this way. Yeah. So it is 3 headliners available in 6 of the boxes.
And the nicest thing about it, too, is that you're not going to be getting the same sport twice. It's intentional to have one custom jersey. Yeah. And then, again, it's either going to be baseball, basketball, football, or hockey. So speaking of football, a literal football, the greatest undrafted player in NFL history, arguably in Antonio Gates.
We were just talking about great tight ends. Antonio Gates. Argument for him to be the best tight end ever.
Yep, and he's on the Mount Rushmore of Chargers of all time. I think that's undisputed.
Yeah.
As well, spent his entire career with the then San Diego Chargers. And this guy, a guy that's actually spent time on 2 separate Chicago baseball teams. I actually got traded from the White Sox to the Chicago Cubs. I feel like a very unmentioned part of his career. I think in 1992 when he got moved for George Bell, obviously changed the course and trajectory of really baseball history, not just Cubs franchise history, but of course him being the other half of that great 98 home run chase. Very largely responsible for bringing back the uptick of baseball. They had a strike-shortened season in 1994. It was the first time in almost 90 years that that they didn't have a World Series in 1994. So thanks to Sosa and McGuire, huge reason why baseball shot back up in popularity. Over 600 career home runs for the great Sammy Sosa. So I know Chinmay has been alluding to the Field of Dreams.
I believe we have a Sammy Sosa bat.
We do as well.
Field of Dreams.
Right on cue. 2 to go in that Field of Dreams. Guys, again, very, very close to closing this out. What's going on, Nelly Belly? Good morning to you, Charles. Hopefully you're enjoying your Saturday morning, staying nice and dry, avoiding any potential not so great weather in your area today, like what Chinmay and I are dealing with here.
Oh, that Padres helmet, which is no longer there, I believe.
Yeah, the Dave Winfield.
That Dave Winfield. But that Padres color, for some reason, I enjoy that Padres helmet.
The mustard and brown.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing I'm hoping is still here, and it is not. I was here yesterday. I was hoping it was going to make it to us this morning. That Paul Skeens slab ticket. Ooh. That is actually a ticket with his, of course, his autograph from his MLB debut on May 11th, 2024. So never seen an item quite like that in the room. But
I do think so. We talked about the Sosa. We talked about the Sosa bat, and obviously that's cool. And then you have there's I believe is it a jersey? Or is it it's a baseball, the signed baseball with Edgar Martinez and Tony La Russa. That's cool as well because you got dual signatures.
Yeah.
So that obviously increases the value of the item. The best item probably for me though is a player who has kind of almost been forgotten to time, Miguel Cabrera.
Dude.
Miguel Cabrera was one of the best, if not the best hitters of sort of our generation growing up watching baseball.
No doubt.
And the only reason he wasn't sort of as exalted as he could have been was he played for the Florida Marlins and the Detroit Tigers.
Yeah.
And the Tigers had an excellent pitching staff when they went to the World Series multiple times. I think Miggy only went to the World Series once with them.
Correct.
But he won the World Series with the Marlins
and
was an all-time stacked Marlins team.
Against Sammy Sosa.
Yeah, if you go back and look at that Marlins team, it's just phenomenal, the names that are on that team that went on to go do amazing things with other teams. But Miguel Cabrera, one of the all-time great hitters that has kind of just been forgotten or taken a back seat to in baseball lore, and I don't really know why.
Welcome to the Jeffrey Loria Florida Marlins led ownership group back in the day. 1997, they won a World Series. They disbanded because of very, very underwhelming business management decisions. A lot of cheapness. 03 the same way too. Like you mentioned the names, Josh Beckett, Juan Pierre, Luis Castillo, Mike Lowell, Miguel Cabrera. The names just go on and on. Brad Penny, AJ Burnett. That had an absolute squad, and a lot of them developed from their minor league system. So glad that you put respect on Miggy's name, man.
Is he in the Hall?
Miguel Cabrera, not eligible yet, I do not believe, to be in the Hall of Fame. So he will obviously be a Hall of Famer first ballot.
He's got to be eligible, though. He hasn't played in a while.
Yeah, I think 2023 was his last year.
Oh, yeah, you're right. 23 was his last year, so a couple more years.
So got to wait till 28 to be on that induction ballot.
Okay.
So quick shout out to a couple more people just tuning in real quick. Alexander Adian, Big Happy, Eric Vaughn, and Richie Robinson tuning in from Instagram. What's going on, folks? Happy Saturday morning to you. UA Live Break Room, Chinmay and Rob, coming to you guys on 5 amazing platforms. But yeah, Cabrera, crazy enough, if I remember correctly, the year he won the Triple Crown in 2012, he did not win MVP that year. It actually went to a Mike Trout's first full season in the MLB. That MVP went to him in 2012.
Yeah, so Miggy... No, he won AL MVP.
Oh, did he in 2012?
Yeah.
Okay.
He actually won back-to-back AL MVP.
Okay,
12
so Trout
and 13.
finished second then.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, Miguel Cabrera, future Hall of Famer. Shane Bieber game-worn cap, even inscribed game used, which is cool. We get an odd amount of Shane Bieber game-worn stuff. This is the third game. Well, I mean, I guess Shane, instead of tossing this in the laundry,
we have a
Bieber wardrobe.
We have a UA exclusive with Trey Hendrickson.
Correct.
I think we need to add Shane Bieber to that list.
Yeah, his wardrobe, man. He's okay with
He's
hand-me-downs.
sending us a bunch of game-worn stuff.
Yeah. He's just kept it to caps for right now. Maybe we'll eventually get to jerseys, a jock strap or two. We'll see when the time comes around. But Shane Bieber, man, former Cy Young Award winner.
We could maybe get some gloves.
Yeah, build your own Shane Bieber with items here. So, again, the Martinez and La Russa cosign ball is interesting because they're not in the same Hall of Fame induction class. Of course, they're both Hall of Famers. But I was trying to figure the connection. La Russa was never part of any Mariners coaching staff in his career. Obviously, Edgar exclusively with Seattle his entire career. Paul Molitor, can't say the same thing about him. Was great for 3 different franchises: the Brewers, the Jays, and the oh my goodness, and who am I forgetting with Paul Molitor? The Twins. Thank you. The Twins, Brewers, and the Blue Jays for the Hall of Famer Paul Molitor. One of the best ball-to-bat hitters in MLB history. So, a lot of really cool stuff here, guys. 2 spots to go. No reason why this can't go. We got about another 35 to 40 minutes, bare minimum, for you folks here in the UA Live break room. So, we started off great. Started off in a terrific fashion. Chinmay had 5 great boxes to start the show. Had a really nice hidden gem jersey with Otis Anderson. And then we had something historic, as you can see there on the screen. Reggie Hammond, 2 spots in the quad, got every single item you could think of in the South between the AFC and the NFC. Got, of course, the magnum opus, the creme de la creme, the Tom Brady Tampa Bay Buccaneers authentic helmet here. But again, guys, still a lot of greatness going in that quick toss. We're down to 2 spots in that double now as well. Just to quickly go back through that, guys, 13 headliners, 22 boxes, still 9 golden tickets, 3 golden tickets in 3 separate divisions. Now, still 2 more series to go over with you folks before, we circle the wagons and come all the way back around. Now, here's the interesting thing. Chinmay talked about this opening up the show. I did as well, talking about the Heinz Ward Georgia Bulldogs secondary headliner. You know what you're going to get, guys, looking to close out this college series. So, I'm going to run something special here. So if you end up, 2 separate things. I'm going to give $16 off for the rest of the show for every single spot that is purchased. If you happen to buy out all 8 spots, 16 times 8, I think that's $128 in store credit value right there. Good morning.
It's a little less than that.
Yeah.
Oh no, 128.
Is it 128?
Yeah, 128.
So it should be one. Yeah. So now would you get 128? Obviously, you technically pay $800, $100 obviously each break spot. You get the 128, and you can get that Heinz Ward, which is going for about $550 as you looked up earlier.
Yeah, so Heinz Ward going for about $550 on retail with that Georgia Bulldogs lid. But Heinz Ward, again, we've made the case on here many times. Heinz Ward should be a Hall of Fame player. So if he does one day get into the Hall of Fame, that could further increase the value of that memorabilia. And I'll check on Heinz Ward in terms of his Georgia Hall of Fame status or Bulldogs sort of Hall of Fame ring. I'm just seeing he's in the Pittsburgh Steelers Hall of Honor and the Pittsburgh Steelers all-time team. So we'll see if he gets in with into that main Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But that would only up the value of that Bulldogs helmet, which is already going for about $550 retail on Fanatics, and it is an authentic Georgia helmet.
Yeah, no, I mean, it makes total sense. I mean, anytime you can add an HOF, whether it's college, whether it's pros, like you said, it's going to shoot up the total value of that helmet. Again,
2 to go on that quick toss double.
We respect Heinz Ward more than just about anybody here in the break room. And again, quick toss double, Chase Wheelspin.
2 to go.
We've already done 4 boxes there. Again, keep the heat going. We pulled just 2 headliners from there, folks. All 9 golden tickets still remain. Good morning to you, Chucky. Say good morning, awaiting on that double. Do we get any Chucky orders coming in? I'm assuming.
Yep. Yeah, Charles is in there.
For the game day.
For the game, or no, for the
quick toss.
For the quick toss.
The quick toss, yes. So thank you, Chuck. Again, just going to be about 2 more spots. That will be going over the course of the show. No reason why it shouldn't. Again, let's help Chuck out. Help yourselves out more than anything else and get into that quick toss double. Jerseys, least expensive, but again, one of the most aesthetically pleasing series we have here at UA. 9 headliners, 20 total boxes, 6 to go on that single. Again, folks, just $31. We got the quads rocking as well. 124 on the quad for 4 jerseys to pop out. We've seen somebody sweep a quad this morning. Why can't that be you? Reggie Wayne, AFC South, great. 15 years with the Indianapolis Colts. We talk about Hines Ward should be a Hall of Famer. Reggie Wayne should be a Hall of Famer as well. No doubt about it. Just a model of consistency, a steady hand, a Super Bowl champion with the 2006 Indianapolis Colts. This guy, obviously, very well on his way.
Talking about Miggy's triple crown.
Jamar Chase's triple crown. 12 years later for Jamar Chase in 2024, joined Cooper Kupp and Steve Smith Sr. as the only 3 wide receivers to win one from 2000 on. I always like to say this century, but when I say that, people are like, no, that's the last 100 years. I'm like, well, the new century starts, people, in the year 2000, which the first year it was. So kick rocks. Jamar Chase, this guy, let's just say, was a very, very good use of a number 5 overall selection in the 2021 NFL draft. So interesting thing, by the way, we'll try not to spend too much time on this, but, I can't help but having good talking points at Chinmay here. Number 1 on the back of his jersey, will he be the consensus number 1 pick in fantasy football coming up in a few weeks for a lot of people?
It's tough. So I did something new this year with fantasy football. I have my 2 normal leagues that I'm doing, which will have their drafts coming up. I did a first time joined a dynasty league.
Nice.
And
very cool.
Got in that dynasty draft, and that was a snake draft. And I had the 3rd pick.
Okay.
It's a 10-team league. I had the 3rd pick, and so my thinking is I'm going to end up with one of Jamar Chase, Bijan Robinson, or Jahmyr Gibbs. That was basically my thinking. Like, I'm going to end up with one of these guys. I'm happy with that. Jamar didn't go in the top 3.
Really?
Yeah, Jamar did not go in the top 3. Josh Allen, it's a two quarterback league, which is why I think this happened. But Josh Allen was the first pick.
How many keepers are there for the dynasty league?
Well, it's a dynasty league, right? So
it's just
that's your team.
Year every year.
That's your team
just year over year. Okay,
with.
makes sense.
And it was 2 quarterbacks. But if you're just going in a regular snake league, I think Jamar Chase, he's a 1st-round pick for sure. Yeah, he's in contention to be 1-1. I think Bijan Robinson and Jahmyr Gibbs are probably your other 2 guys who I would talk about being 1-1.
It's definitely a fluid conversation.
But those are the 3 that I would say are in contention to be 1-1.
Yeah,
and then the other 2 guys are 2 and 3. So those are your top 3 picks.
You can't go wrong, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Do we got ourselves a close here, my friend?
We'll see. It was. Let's see. We are 1 to go in that quick toss double.
There you go, Chuck.
We are 1 to go in that quick toss double.
On the doorstep of destiny, how many spots does Chuck have in that
We
double?
did get 1 spot bought into in that college.
Nice.
We did get 1 spot bought into in that college, and that was Joseph Casa. So Joseph, you will be getting $16 back in store credit.
Very, very nice. Way to go, Smokey Joe. Appreciate that, my friend. Very, very cool. And again, close out that last double spot, especially if you only have 1 spot. Highly encourage that. Again, it's a math.
Yeah, we saw it. We saw it in the quad, right?
With
Reggie had 2 spots, and that's why he was able to quad up.
Yeah, it's a math equation. Again, about 11% chance. Not as good as a 25% chance that you'd get with 2 spots, especially in a double, right? You got multiple shots there as well. So, again, 1 spot to go there. Going to go back into the jerseys for you folks. 2 spots to go. Still in that Field of Dreams single. Keep it pushing, folks. We got about another 30 minutes or so. We're 30 minutes past the hour. UA Live Break Room with you boys, Rob and Chinmay.
Yeah, and again, if you're just tuning in and wondering why Joseph was given store credit of $16, it seems like a very random amount. There's 1 item left in this college authentic helmet series. It is a Hines Ward Georgia Bulldogs authentic. We know it. It's the last box left. It's a listed headliner. We are giving $16 off for every spot that gets bought into in that last box break. And then we will give away the Hines Ward jersey, or not jersey, the Hines Ward authentic helmet.
Yep.
At the end, once those 8 spots get bought into. But again, $16 off each spot that you buy into in the form of store credit headed back your way. So 1 spot, $16 back in store credit, which Joseph just got. 2 spots, $32 back in store credit, so on and so forth.
Yep.
And then hopefully we'll get all 8 spots bought into, and we can give away that Hines Ward authentic helmet, which is retailing for about $550 on Fanatics at the moment.
Yeah, and keep in mind the store credit that you do receive, folks, it does not have to be repurposed back into the college. It can be used for any break.
It can be used for any
that
break
we have that's available. Yeah. So, like, for example, $16, basically almost got a single in a jersey for half off.
Takes 50% off your jersey spot. You can take 25% off a Field of Dreams spot, which is 2 to go in that single. So plenty of ways to use that store credit.
No doubt about it. Kurt Warner, Lawrence Taylor, just a few folks to see here in the headliners for the jerseys. LaShawn McCoy and the Kelly Green. George Pickens got franchise tagged after definitely the best year of his career.
Yeah.
And good old buddy of ours, Sam Darnold. We are some beautiful Darnold defenders here in the break room. Zay Flowers and Kyron Williams. Williams showing up for the second time. Zay Flowers looking to live up to that big old contract that he just got signed to.
Yeah.
Off the watching platform and onto the players platform. Let's play the doubles, guys. I like that. Which, by the way, Twitch.
And Rick has a couple spots in that double.
My man.
So he's in there. He's not just encouraging people to play, but in there himself. And same with our guy Chucky T. He's got a couple spots in there as well. So again, not people who are they're encouraging, but they're also in there themselves.
Exactly. So
that's the best way to do it. If you want to get people to jump in, you say, I've got a spot. You grab a spot as well.
1,000%. And again, what I like the most too is that, look, it's free to watch on this platform, on any platform we have. Love the comments in the chat, but I love the encouragement, but I also like people who back up their words. It's like, hey, get into the series and let's play. But like you said, Rick, not only does he do that, he actually is in there to play too.
We're 1 to go in that double. And as I mentioned, 5 double up opportunities just among the headliners. You got a potential triple up in the NFC North with those 3 helmets, Devin Hester, Randy Moss, and Aiden Hutchinson. You've got the NFC West double up with Earl Thomas, Kyron Williams. You've got the AFC West double up with Bo Jackson and Warren Moon. You have a potential double up with Darrelle Revis and Ricky Williams, depending on the items that they're on. And then you've got a double up with Mekhi Lemon and the 3 golden ticket package in the NFC East. And again, any rep helmet that you get, any rep helmet that gets won, it's $150 in store credit going back your way.
Yeah.
And Rick is saying, just keep me out of the NFC South. It's a fair point. But just because Reggie got those 2 helmets doesn't mean there aren't any other NFC South items in there.
Yeah,
there
100%.
could be more. There could be more.
And I'll try to reserve a AFC South spot for you. Party of one picket. AFC South.
There are 3 golden tickets though in the AFC South.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
So the golden tickets are available in that AFC South spot.
1,000%. And again, keep in mind, like Chinmay just mentioned, 10 replica helmets. We know that all of the headliners are going to be authentics, unless, maybe Darrelle Revis and Ricky Williams secondary.
Could be reps.
Great all-time names. And again, a little 150 to possibly go with it. It's going to make your Saturday morning that much better. And again, we went through, 5 separate sets of double ups that are available.
Yeah.
That we have for the headliners. The NFC North being the most prominent in terms of photo stuff. Hutchinson, Moss, Hester, that's 1. Thomas and Williams, 2. Jackson and Moss, that being 3. Let's see, potentially, who is Mekhi Lemon going with? Oh, the gold tickets.
The golden tickets,
great. Yeah. NFC East right there. And then maybe Ricky Williams in the AFC North with the Baltimore Ravens could be one, which is very, very cool. And then, of course, Darrelle Revis most likely going to be an AFC East hit with the New York Jets. So, again, 1 spot to go there. Look, Chinmay and I, we can sit here, we could talk your heads off all day about our favorite players in the room, our favorite players, I should say, in the draft that we got coming up. all different types of great sports stuff here. But we are here to break boxes and make business moves, ladies and gentlemen. So we know that quick toss double is going to be inevitable, but I want to rack up a couple other items as well. Again, 2 spots left available, guys, in this Field of Dreams series. A lot of really cool stuff as well. Talked about it earlier with the Bieber, Sosa, Cabrera, co-signed baseball, and Paul Molitor in the secondary headliner as well. Very, very cool for what we got available here.
The item is no longer available, unfortunately, but that Luis Gonzalez baseball bat with the it's a World Series Game 7 game-winning hit inscription, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, one of the
wish that would have lasted until today.
Yeah, no, for sure. And again, that's the great thing about the break room. This is the awesome thing about what Chinmay and I get to do is that we sometimes, like literally, selfishly, we honestly try to hold it to ourselves, especially if we're watching a show from the night before. Be like, we obviously want things to go to you guys, but at the same time, selfishly, it's we want it to stay around for us to break.
We want people to win.
Yeah,
right? We want people to win. Of course, that's not. We're not saying we're kind of we're like withholding items from people. That's not what we're saying here. But if I see a LaDainian Tomlinson helmet on the break page on a Friday night,
yeah,
I'm thinking to myself, all right, maybe some other stuff can go. Maybe the Mahomes and the Brady can go to people, and then LT can wait until Saturday morning.
Oh, we got a Lawrence Taylor for you. Close enough.
Yeah,
so,
close enough. I believe
the
Field of Dreams single has closed, so we will do that here while we wait on that quick toss double. But the Field of Dreams single.
Rick wants to shuck some corn with us, man, and rightfully so. Just because the game is over on the in Iowa, the games are just beginning here in the break room for the Field of Dreams. So again, we're going to have that ready here in just a quick second for you folks. Yep. And again, I'll just ask one number. It's only going to be our 5th single that we got for this. One number, I'm just going to put FOD. Number 5. My fingers are already tired so far today. So Field of Dreams single coming up. A lot of really cool stuff. Again, this is not going to be MLB divisions that we have for you folks. This is just going to be a jambalaya of different teams. So Devin Shinley, Jill.
Yeah, that's good to go.
Jill Labovitz, Michael Wilcox, and Rick Pickett.
Change the control.
And while that goes on for you, I'm going to toss you guys into what we got available here. So good luck, everybody, ladies and degenerates. Really awesome start. 5 awesome breaks so far. Number 6. Who's going to be in the 6th hole for what we got here today? So let's see how we end up matching up here. By the time I'm going through this, y'all, if I do not hear a number, which you should be seeing pop up at the bottom of the ticker at some point here, I will go to the wheel once again. Oh, heck, let's go with 15. I like that. He's like, screw it. Whatever. 15, I guess 1-5 is a good one.
Let's see. Make sure
good old Gordon Beckham number 1-5.
15 is available.
15 we do got, so thank you there, Rick. Speaking of Rick, box caller, let's start off with you, my friend. You have the Pirates, Field of Dreams, Dodgers, Cubs, Royals, and Rays. Actually a really good spot for you to have, especially with your second spot there. You could at least, and again, Rick, Cubs fan, right? So you can possibly get that Girardi or Rizzo bat. Very, very cool. Shinley, what's going on? Freddie House has got the Yankees, Braves, Red Sox, Brewers, Rangers, Guardians, Reds, and Giants. Thank you, Chinmay. And then we got Miss Labovitz. What's going on, Jilly Bean? Good morning to you, my friend. Tigers, Mariners, Angels, White Sox, Padres, and A's. Michael Wilcox. Very, very cool. Is the Astros, D-backs, and Phillies. That would be great. Was hoping for that spot. Well, again, Rick, I always like to say that there's a theme for every show, no matter how good or bad it is. And again, getting yourself what you want in the headliners. Again, I think Reggie, still waiting for Reggie out there. Hopefully he has a pulse.
Yeah, he may have passed out after watching the quad this morning.
Somebody revive Reggie, please. So, good luck to you. And again, this is the greatest thing about the break room. We want to give you guys the items you're going into play for. I bring us nothing but joy. Okay, so I'll tell you this right now, Rick. Oh, I think I might know who this is. This is very cool. Saw this in our last baseball mixer. So Rick, I don't know how much you paid attention to the MLB trade deadline. This gentleman was actually rumored to be a Chicago Cub for about half an hour. It was a rumored trade for him to go from the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim to your Chicago Cubs. It's going to be Reed Detmers. Reed Detmers, one of the best strikeout artists in the sport, truly having a breakout campaign for the Angels, but because he plays for the Angels, Chinmay, they're not in postseason contention. Yeah. But it's not only just a Reed Detmers jersey, it is an inscribed no-hitter jersey.
Oh.
July 10th, 2022 with the no-hitter inscription.
Oh, that's cool.
Very cool indeed. Cool. Beckett's cert as well. This is absolutely gorgeous.
Woo.
Just because I don't know how many other jerseys we're going to get, dude. I think this is worthy of...
It's worthy. Yeah. No hitters are worthy.
And just the Angels numbers are so beautiful, too. The Angels, despite not having one of the best franchises on the field for the last number of years, their jerseys are incredible.
It's like the Angels can do everything right except play baseball.
They could spend money. They could bring people to the ballpark, but the wins and losses column, not great, Bob. Not great. So... missed it by 6 minutes. LOL, congrats, Julia.
It's so funny because, like, the Angels were probably, obviously, the White Sox growing up, and to a certain extent, the Cubs. You want the Chicago teams to do well,
of course.
But the Angels were one of those teams. Like, I don't mind the Angels. Like, they're a fun team.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind seeing the Angels win. The Angels, I believe it was 02.
Correct.
The World Series at that one. Yeah, I was rooting for the Angels to win
Rally
that
Monkey
one.
World Series.
Yeah, was rooting for the Angels to win that one. So very happy that they did. Obviously, Vladimir Guerrero, iconic Angel slugger back in the day. Garrett Anderson, another prominent Angels player back in the day.
Yeah.
So some notable names there, but yeah, very cool jerseys. Obviously, the no-hitter inscription that just adds to the value. And we'll see what Reed Detmers can do here because, he's had a phenomenal season with the Angels, despite some lack of support from his teammates.
Literally, the inside joke for Reed Detmers is like, it's taken him a while to kind of hit his ceiling and really develop into what he's done this year.
Yeah.
But again, the inside joke in the industry is, well, he's pitching for the Angels. Angels and player development
takes a minute.
Haven't necessarily gone hand in hand. They actually just fired their pitching coach and Mike Maddox a few days ago. So pretty shocking stuff here. Longtime veteran pitching coach. But yeah, Detmers is an elite strikeout guy. And Jill, again, congratulations to you, my friend. Big round of applause. That no-hitter inscription. Now, of course, this is not confirmed to be a game-used jersey at all. But the really cool thing is that from that very, very historic moment, not very often do you get to see no-hitters. So that is very, very awesome. Rare piece of memorabilia there. But let's run that back, folks. Let's run that back. Run through that checkered tape here in the UA Live break room. So our sixth break, and boy, was it a damn good one. Here's the thing, though. Hidden gem for what we got available for you folks. So again, those headliners stay intact. So that is fully reset. 5 headliners, 11 boxes to go. Regardless, bare minimum. Okay, so that double is done. Okay, so there you
the
go.
quick toss double is good to go.
Awesome.
I will get that set up for you.
Wonderful, thank you. Who closed that out?
Rick Pickett is tired of waiting for people. I guess
It's right on cue. I have no patience this morning. Let's play the double.
Yeah,
Rick. Hopefully that urgency, my friend, ends up paying off for you, my friend. So, very, very cool. Very, very cool.
Yeah, that double will be ready.
We ready. Very, very cool. So, fingers crossed indeed, Rick. Again, hopefully that good old boomerang bounces around back for you. So, 2 numbers for quick toss. Double number 2. Going to toss some. I would love for you folks to toss some numbers quickly at me. Walter McCauley, Charles Tishner, Jonathan Ramos, and Rick Pickett. So we got some newbies in here, Walter and Rick being the veterans. Don't recognize Charles and Jonathan. If you folks are tuned in out there, please let us know. Favorite team. How did you hear about us at Ultimate Autographs? All very important.
I believe Charles is Chucky T from earlier.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah. You're right.
I guess I'm hoping that is, unless there was a different double he was waiting on. I would assume it was this one.
In my years of experience, Chuck is short for Charles. So we're hoping it's a very good guess. If you are out there, by the way, if that happens to be you, Charles, again, toss 2 numbers to us, 2, 4, 6, 8 through 11, 14 through 19, 21 through 23, and 25 through 30. That'll be on the ticker. Call him Charles or I will. There you go. Say it with your chest, Rick. Say it with your chest, buddy. Speaking of Mr. Pickett, he's got the NFC North and the AFC South. Great division to be in for you, Rick. You're getting in the right spots, but will it be the right boxes?
Yeah.
Again, that Hutchinson, Hester, and Moss triple up in that NFC North could be waiting for you.
Golden tickets in the AFC South, so not a bad secondary place to be in.
I was going to say, yeah, I completely skipped
He's in the NFC East with golden tickets and Makai Lemon, so pretty good spots there for Rick.
He said perfect spots for sure. Again, Rick is going to have to probably dive into his brain here and see what are going to be the winning numbers for me. Charles, NFC South and NFC West, rounding out that conference. Jonathan's sniper spot in the AFC North, and the same thing goes to Walter, rounding things out in the AFC West.
Yeah, so Jonathan's got the spot with more golden tickets, I believe, in the AFC North, and then Charles has your AFC East, possibly a double up with Revis and Ricky Williams, but he's also got NFC West double up potentially with Earl Thomas and Kyron Williams, and then Walter in a sniper spot, but AFC West also double up possibility with Bo Jackson and Warren Moon. So plenty of stuff that could happen here in this break. 4 and 26.
4 and 26 indeed, yes.
4 is available. 26 is also available.
On the nose, as always, Mr. Pickett. 13 headliners, 22 boxes. And as right before we end up getting into this series, Chuck says, let's go, baby. Let's go. He said, this is why I set my alarm early this morning to wake up, get himself some winners. Sure. Rick and Chuck, good luck to both of you guys. Again, this is basically most of the playing field. Again, we still do have currently 9 hidden gems available for you folks. And again, here's the thing.
Rep helmet, 150.
Yep.
150 going your way in terms of store credit.
Exactly. 150 in store credit for those replica helmets. So even if it's not necessarily the helmet size you're looking for, again, 150 in store credit can go a very, very long way here in the break room. So we're going to have 4 and 26 coming up for you folks. Speaking of store credit, by the way, and rewards points going a long way. Really cool moment yesterday. Thank you, Chinmay. It was actually that Patrick Mahomes that went in the game day series. Matthew Fletcher. What's going on, Fletch? Hope you're having a good morning wherever you might be out there. He actually used his reward points and store credit. He won a Patrick Mahomes for $16 out of pocket. Wow. Because of everything he was able to use.
Very cool.
So,
very cool.
Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Who is box 4 going to be for? Good luck, good luck, good luck. Fingers crossed, toes crossed.
Are you able to cross your toes? I'm not able to cross my toes.
I've been doing it this whole show. So,
okay.
I got pigeon toes at this point, my friend. Webbed feet, one might call it. Well, let's see here again. We talked about the 150 in store credit for a replica helmet. And somebody is about to be rewarded with this, but, you know, the only question we really had coming into this series was, are the secondary headliners going to be authentics or reps? Mm-hmm. This is an absolutely gorgeous replica helmet, and it's going to be for one of the two gentlemen duking it out here in the chat. We got a beautiful retro Ricky Williams on the NFC South replica. So not only is Chuck going to get the beautiful secondary headliner, Chinmay, on a retro nonetheless.
Yeah, he's going to get some money back. And look at you guys. You thought there were no more NFC South hits left.
Yeah, right? Good call. Good call indeed. So, Rick, great job on the box call. Now, I will say, let's just say hypothetically, if Chuck doubles up with this next box, again, congratulations, Mr. Tishner. By the way, all good things are worth the wait as well. This is going to be, again, a part of the Chase Wheel Spin at the end of the show. So, very, very nice. Chinmay is going to get himself a nice Ricky Williams to babysit here. Again, there's no weed inscription. There's no hidden holes and smoking bowls.
This is Ricky Williams Saints. This is when he was a Saint.
I was gonna say that was a part of the commandments that he couldn't break.
Yeah, this is his Saint. So Charles will be getting some store credit going back his way.
Very, very nice. And again, patience was worth it out there, my friends. So far, so very, very good. So awesome series concept. I can't remember us giving out this much store coin for winning a replica.
For sure, so. Yeah. Definitely not an automatic situation with the store credit. There were times where like you'd be able to sort of give the item back for store credit,
or stash or cash,
or you would like rack up a certain amount of points and you could get store credit. Like there was no sort of automatic store credit.
1000% the item. The retro too, man. The retro is absolutely gorgeous.
Yep.
Well, it seems like we're going to be emptying our bank account here for store credit because by the feel of it, it feels like it's going to be 26 tickets. I wish I had 26 tickets to give out.
Yeah.
But I am going to be giving out another breaker in regular, a very good wide receiver back in the day. Guy played for a lot of NFL franchises. But as a matter of fact, if I can see the logo here, which I think I know what it's going to be, it's going to be this guy's favorite franchise right over here.
Let's go.
Rick and Chuck are going to split it down the middle. It's going to be a little Bad Moon Rising in the break room this morning on another retro rep. How about that? Back-to-back, Andre Rison and Ricky Williams. And then the two chatty Cathys in the chat split a victory here in the double.
And they both get some store credit back, too.
Very, very cool. Congratulations, gentlemen. Now, again, you can use that 150 store credit each. Again, no photo headliners, of course, the Ricky being a secondary, but no photo headliners or tickets.
All our double ups that we talked about with our photoed headliners are still available. Now, we do know that Ricky Williams would not double up with Darrelle Revis because he's pulled on the table as a Saint. But this does tell you, right, like, Andre Rison is a hidden gem, would have doubled up with any of those NFC North headliners. So he had a potential quad up in the NFC North.
Correct.
With Rison and then the three headliners. And who knows what other Packers lids are hiding out there in the hidden gems. So this just goes to show you the hidden gems really can double up well with the headliners in this series. And if they're reps, get some store credit back along the way.
Yeah, this is why we call them hidden gems, right? Again, they're not hidden scrubs. They're not hidden mistakes. These are some elite level names. Andre Rison, multiple-time Pro Bowler, very prominent name, played for a lot of franchises. And I think Ricky Williams, for those that were alive and old enough to watch Ricky play.
Super Bowl champion Andre Rison.
Super Bowl champion, yeah.
He also won the Grey Cup. So, champion in the NFL and CFL.
CFL, yeah. Very, very well traveled, Mr. Rison. Congratulations, fellas. And Chuck sending that back as well, said congrats. So run it back, boys. Run it back. We're at 10:53 here. I'll give this until very, very cool. So Rick's not going to be keeping that Andre Rison. That is so cool, man. Gifting the rep to Dom for me. I know he would like that one.
He will appreciate that, and we can make that happen.
Very, very nice. So I'll let Mr. Pellegrini know. I'll shoot him a text after the show. So the generosity, Rick, you are the absolute best.
We appreciate it. We appreciate the generosity.
But hey, the 150 in store credit. That's what Rick.
That's going back to Rick, obviously.
Yeah, the 150 in store credit. You got to use that, my friends. So awesome job by Rick. Great job there, my friend. And again, so this is a live update for this 12 headliners, 20 boxes. We're talking about 60% headliners with 9 golden tickets left and available. Again, run this back up. Again, if we start to really, really get some movement, I'll push back the time. I'll do one more quick rundown, and then we'll do the chase wheel spin. I'm going to keep the chase up until about 11 o'clock or so.
Yeah, I think that's fair. It's fair.
So game day multisport. Don't know if this happened during our break or something that happened. Do we get any movement in the single and quad? Because now each of them are at 6.
Somebody did buy into the single. So we are 6 to go in that game day single.
In the game day single. Sounds good. My friend. So again, let's make some progress towards the end of this. If you've enjoyed Chinmay and I for whatever reason this morning, you're stuck with us if you want to run it back for the noon show. We're going to do a little switcheroo Saturday action. Chinmay will be in the host seat. I will be on the producer side, but still the same break, still the same great headliners. These ain't going anywhere. So if there's anything, you got that angel and devil on your shoulder that's saying, should I or should I not? If you have just the 1% curiosity or fondness for an item, You're not going to win it by, sitting there and licking your monitor. That's not going to get anything done.
I don't recommend licking the monitor anyway.
No.
That's something you should not be doing.
Not even
just
if it's
in general.
Not even if it's a 4K resolution one. So maybe we can talk to Mike about getting, realistic, maybe the item can pop out to you.
That's the next advancement in technology. If you see like ice cream on your 4K monitor, you can like teleport your tongue through the screen to the actual ice cream.
Yes. And I don't know how that would relate to us, but you can put your hands through the monitor and pull it out towards you. What's going on, B. Willie? What's up, guys? Got some big name on.
I know Rob might be interested in one of those names.
Gretzky, Wemby, Bedard, Monotaka, Murakami, Michael Irvin, and more. I have seen that. Great page for this guy. Bradley, I support you 100%, man. What is it? B Helmets 13 on Instagram. I see his stories way too much on Instagram. So, excuse me, Brad. If I didn't have a wedding and a new house to pay for, I've seen the Murakami. I've seen what it's going for. Which, by the way, pretty damn good deal because that guy. I had a buddy of mine that actually, kind of in a dickhead way, was kind of harassing the players. He knows where the players lot is at the rate.
Okay.
So he got guys like Antonacci, Colson Montgomery, and Murakami. He said Murakami, the autographs in Japan that he asked for Murakami, not very common for an autograph.
Really?
So getting his, I don't want to, unless Bradley's okay with it, I'm not going to release what his signature is. He is a Jordan Brand athlete now, by the way, Murakami.
Interesting.
So I'm sure there's going to be many more autographs stateside than there are in Japan.
You know what's interesting? A lot of these Japanese players that come over, they come over kind of later in their careers, right? You see them in like 30, 31, 32.
Yeah.
Like they're coming later in their career. Murakami's 26. So he's got a pretty promising MLB career ahead of him, assuming he stays in MLB. But he's come on pretty early for a Japanese import player.
20 homers in his first 57 games. That plays, Bob. That plays. So if I right now 10:58 a.m. August 15, 2026, if I had to hold a water gun to your head and say at the end of the 27th season, because again he only signed a 2-year, $34 million deal, will he still be a White Sox at the end of this contract?
Oh man.
Justin Ishbia coming in as the owner in 2029.
So progress with Ishbia looks good. Man, there's so much bad history with like good White Sox players recently.
Yeah.
I gotta say no.
Don't do it.
I gotta say no.
And you did it to me.
Sorry.
We're gonna wrap up shop early here, guys. I gotta call my therapist.
Now, I think it would be very like. It's going to be salt in the wound no matter where he goes. It would be very salt in the wound if he just went up the red line.
Man,
that would be very salt in the wound.
Usually I know what to expect when I ask you questions like this. And now I know one question I'm putting in the draft and never asking you again. You know what, by the way,
this is like you weren't actually with Ultimate Autographs yet, but it was a summer party that we had last year. Mm-hmm. And I showed up to the summer party wearing a Cristiano Ronaldo jersey because I knew it would annoy Common. Maximum annoyance purposes.
That's great. That's great. If there's one thing we like to do on staff the most is joke with our fearless leaders. So somebody's leading the charge in that game day quad. I saw another spot got bought into
in the game day quad. So we're seeing movement in that game day series, which is nice. Which is phenomenal. Again, mixer series. A little bit of everything for people, and there is a triple up in that while you were away. There is a triple up because there is no Red Sox spot and there is no Phillies spot. So I believe Curt Schilling would be a Diamondbacks hit. So Holland, Tony Gonzalez, and Curt Schilling all in the same spot. It's a Man City Falcons Diamondbacks spot.
And that's all just for 320. And I'd be willing to bet. I know the Gonzalez, even on a rep, is going to be worth more than 320.
Oh, the Holland
jersey is going to be worth much more than the 320. And the Curt Schilling will probably flirt in that price range, man. Curt Schilling is no joke.
The Erling Haaland autographed jersey on Fanatics is going for $900.
Light work. And again, like you said, with how great he's been in the Premier League, hold on to that bad boy for another 5 to 10 years.
There's only 4 seasons of the Premier League.
Hold that on for another 4 years.
If he has 2 more seasons of 20 plus goals, and I I capped it at 20, but I believe he scored 25 or more every season for Man City so far. He's only been there for 4 years. But if he has even 2 more seasons of 20 goals in the Premier League, Erling Haaland will be number 11 in all-time Premier League goals.
That's nuts. That is nuts. And again, Erling Haaland, one of the most elite strikers currently in the world.
If he gets 25 in each season, he probably will be in the top 10. He's already the most efficient Premier League scorer of all time, by accounting for volume.
Yeah.
For guys with 100+ Premier League goals, he's already the most efficient guy.
That's pretty nuts.
Pretty good player.
Speaking of volume, my friend, amazing job getting all of these names in the quick toss series.
Oh yeah.
This
Wilson. Let's give away some more money.
This Chase wheel spin.
I've been issuing a lot of store credit today.
Yeah.
I don't want my permissions to be revoked, but I'm gonna try to issue some more here before they get potentially revoked.
As much as we like giving away company money, there's certainly a line that has to be drawn in the sand. I like to think we both have a good relationship with Matt. So 48 combinations of names, 9 times around the wheel we're gonna go. And again, you just use the word volume to describe Erling Haaland. Big volume of names to come from here. Certainly a lot of replicates. 8 times around, we're looking for 9. It's Reggie, who I think has already had a pretty historic show to start off. Swept a quad earlier in this quick toss. Will this truly be the show of Reggie Hammond? What new? He doesn't go anywhere. He stays on top. And in the great words of Drake, at the top, it isn't lonely. And he is all by himself in first place. Reggie, wake the hell up. Where are you at, Mr. Hammond? All damn morning, I'm looking for your damn excitement. Reggie, if winning some store credit does not revive your pulse, then, sending out.
And we talked about this a little bit. We mentioned it a little bit. So Reggie bought both spots last night. So both spots were bought into last night.
He's sleeping in.
That tells you sometimes your break doesn't happen right away. It'll eventually happen. The break will eventually happen. Spots will get eventually bought into.
Yep.
You just got to be ready. You just got to be ready when your time comes to have those spots so that when the break does happen, you can do something like Reggie did here and get some more store credit to go along with Tom Brady, LeGarrette Blount, Edgerrin James, and Billy Johnson here.
Yeah, 1000%. We'll do hits of the show right after this again. Sure. I'm assuming Reggie is still in his Jamie Jams right now, counting sheep in his dreams. But again, if Reggie really is, AFK, asleep, no pulse, whatever, when he checks his email, right, that's probably one of the first things he's going to do. A lot of winter notifications.
Yeah, this is going to be a crazy email day for him.
So keep in mind, folks, we're going to do our hits of the show after this. The live break page never goes down. You can buy spots even when we are not live. We'll be back at 12 o'clock Central Time as soon as we wrap things up here. So, Reg, what are you going to add to your bank account, my friend? Not too shabby. Again, going to add some store credits. Going to be the Canerco number 14. Just give him 100 on the wheel, I'm sure. So, again, he's still got a hot flame, but this one is dimming down a little bit. So, $14 in store credit. Chinmay and I will do all of our hits of the show here. Got a lot of great stuff to talk about. 6 elite names. Chinmay just went through them. We'll do 6 to 4, and then we'll finish off with 3 to 1.
So I'm gonna go Ricky Williams at 6. I'm gonna go with Billy Johnson. Actually, I'm gonna go Ricky Williams 6, LeGarrette Blount at 5, and Billy White Shoes Johnson at 4.
Solid, very, very solid. I got to put some respect on those retros, man. So I'm going to put Billy Johnson at 6. I will put LeGarrette Blount at 5. And then I'll put Edgerrin James at 4.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So my top 3 all on that side of the table. I'm going to go with Edgerrin James. 2, I'm going to go with this Reed Detmers jersey. And then 1, obviously, Tom Brady on the Bucs offense.
Yep, we're taking different paths traveled, but we're going to get to the same destination here in a second. I'm going to put Ricky Williams retro rep 3, the Detmers as well at number 2. Don't get to see Reed a lot. No hitter inscription. That's a layup.
Phenomenal.
And again, speaking of the layup of all layups, the ultimate value hit today. We did the numbers earlier. We got probably in about $4,500 to $5,000 for the quad that Reggie was swept.
Yeah.
And this guy did a large line shun of the carrying here. Tom Brady, an authentic worth in the ballpark of $3,000 plus on the beautiful Tampa Bay authentic helmet. You'll probably see this bad boy in the same spot to open up the 12 o'clock show.
Yeah, you probably will.
So amazing job. $14 to Reggie Hammond. And that is going to do it. Not seeing any orders coming in. But again, folks, get those pre-fills rocking and rolling. Still 9 golden tickets left in that quick toss series. 6 left in the game day. A lot of boxes left there. The double trouble has 3 great headliners. The jerseys, still 9 headliners there. And looking to close out that college series. Don't know if we're going to run that $16 off. But again, we might do something a little bit fun.
Yeah, we'll run some fun
creative,
stuff for Hines over there.
So, Rick, awesome job to you, man. Really appreciate the chat as always, Brother Bear. Thanks, guys. Great show as always. I'll be expecting to see you back here in about the next 50 minutes or so. Any final thoughts before we switch some things up?
Phenomenal show. We got a good mix on the table. Obviously, Reggie with the phenomenal quad up this morning. And then Rick and Charles here in this latest double, getting a couple reps. But all those double ups that we talked about in that quick toss, still available. They're all still there among those headliners, headliner plus golden tickets, all intact. So attack that break page, get in the double and the quad in that quick toss. Doubles and quads are your friends when the series is as loaded as it still is.
Always. And I don't think we could have completed a 9 a.m. Saturday show without Daddy Fat Sacks returning. returning
saying
just
go
for you.
Sox.
Go Sox. Yeah, go Sox. They'll be kicking off in just about an hour or so. We'll see if we could take 2 out of 3 from those dirty, dirty Detroit Tigers. So please tune in. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, whatever you plan, you might be tuning in from. Please come back here. One and only spot for your ultimate discounts, for your ultimate autographed memorabilia signatures. Thank you all so much for getting our morning started off on the right foot. Again, in about 50 minutes or so, Chinmay, his butt will be here. My butt will be on the producer's side. For Rob Hill, this has been Chinmay as well. Thank you guys all so much. Don't talk to strangers. Eat your freaking vegetables, and we will catch y'all